We are live for Wax Wednesday, and to check out the Meta Battler game. I don't know what type of USB is it. Also, to everybody watching this, we're troubleshooting live. I'm trying to go live because this beta ends in like 20 minutes, so I'm trying to get it on. Alright, we're live, showing off the ultra rare Meta Battler game. Before the beta ends, you have about 24 minutes to play this if you want to try it out and win a free card if you play it. Here's the link. I'll pin it. Oh, unable to pin. Never mind, I won't pin it. Alright, so I'm logging in with my Anchor wallet. You want to log in wherever your collection is. And you pretty much just have to sign one transaction. Like, you have to sign a transaction to sign in, but you don't have to do much else on chain once your wallet is signed in. But for me, I'm using a ledger. It's generally kind of annoying for playing games, but for this one, once I'm signed in, I'm good to go, so it's not that bad. All right, signed in. What's going on, everybody? Quadrell, Rexy, Nostalgia Corp. Trying this new ultra rare game. Oh, I see my screen is frozen. Let me redo my webcam. Weird, why is my webcam not working?
There we go. Oh yeah, your webcam is frozen.
There we go. When I was plugging in I jiggled the USB when I was doing my ledger. I'm hearing it now. I think I need to mute you.
Oh, here, I think I need to.
Alright. So, first step after you've logged into Meta Battler is upload your NFTs. Clip upload NFTs. You can use any collection. I'm going to start with Neon Space because Neon Space is dope. I'm just going to select Max. Click upload.
Yeah, I'm going with. I gotta get my ledger so I can do my cold wallet here. My big collection.
It takes a second. You can't skip this part where it says uploading. Also, there's a glitch right now where it gets stuck sometimes, and if it gets stuck, you just have to click exit, but they're investigating it. Part of the playtest is to find the bugs and to work them out before the game launches fully. And then each one gets a starting level. Epic, not bad. Common, 1, that's trash. I'm not even going to use that card in my deck. Uncommon, not great. Uncommon. Epic, I'll take it. epic again. I think legendary is the best you can get. We're looking for legendary. Common.
I like the little meme on the side. It kind of gives you a sense of how good it is.
Yeah, haha, that's not good. Rare, that's D's. I'm gonna have to burn through this though. You have to beat the boss to get the card for the playtest, and I don't think I'm gonna have time to do that if I'm dicking around uploading NFTs forever. And I want the friggin' promo card for beating the boss. 37, that's pretty decent. Yeah, you can upload literally any card from Wax from any collection. As you can see, like our packs are being uploaded. Anything.
I'm about to make a deck of all Cronionbergs.
Nice. Alright. Select more, select max. Let's just friggin' burn through this. The more that you upload, the more likely you are to get higher rarity cards, and it's easier to win with higher rarity cards, so I'm just trying to upload like a few hundred cards before I play.
You know what? I'm just going to upload all my nakeds. That's what I want to do anyway.
I got 19 minutes. I feel like the friggin' pressure is on. We're exiting. We're gonna select more. And I think it said the sale is happening in like 7 days, so I assume this game's gonna be launched in about a week.
That's dope. I'm excited for another ultra rare drop too. That's like, those have always been fun.
Yeah, they'll have like a full set of new artwork, and their artwork's always pretty rad.
Yeah, it is. I am looking forward to collecting a full set of it again.
So I want to get this next promo. I think if you get all 5 promos, you get a set bonus. The only way to get this promo is by unlocking it in-game through the in-game distribution. And we have about 20 minutes to do that. 18 minutes.
Yeah, my first thing just came in as a legendary, and it's a shine. Mid 3 shine. Let's go.
The other ones you got all the promos if you just had a 666 pass, but this one you can't get just for having 666 pass. You have to actually unlock it in game.
That's how I got doubles of all the promos, because I did all the like tasks and I have 666 pass in my wallet, so just got a bunch.
We're just cruising through this upload process. And once you upload a card, it cannot be re-uploaded, so like if you trade this card to another wallet, it will have the stats from the original upload. So the asset ID is like stored in some database. And you can't upload multiple of the same card, so like multiple of the same template, not the same exact card, but say you have 100 Neon Blend tokens, you can upload all of them, and all of them will have different stats. They don't necessarily have the same stats just because they're the same card. Wax Arena, that's a throwback. The Atomic Kings cards. Washo Cheeks.
This uploading process is super fun. Like,
yeah,
it's like
I wish I didn't have to skip through it so quickly, but
I don't know.
I need to play the game.
I'm just trying to get 60 going so that I can start playing it a little bit and get a couple.
Literally just looking at Wax Arena 600 NFTs if I shut upload. Can't hurt if they end up being good, but then you have to play with them, and then you have to be reminded of the rug pull every time you play, which...
Yeah. I'm excited for my uncommon on my Shine Naked Vampire.
You can also upload cards, so like if your Shine gets a friggin' 1, you can earn currency for playing with your other deck, and then invest that currency into upgrading the card you actually want to be good.
Can you go from an uncommon up to like a rare and then an epic and that's like, or is it?
All the cards have the same max, so they have different starting levels, but they have the same max, so you can get up as rare. It'll just take much longer because you're starting lower.
Oh, I see. That might even be more of a flex then if you have like a maxed out common.
All right, deck builder. Once you have your cards uploaded, you want to go to deck builder. This will be my Neon. Deck avatar
Common City
default.
Limited. Oh man, this is a good meme. I got the Mr. Mugatu being like, "It's beautiful."
And I'm sorting by highest, and then we need 30 cards. 1, 2, 5, and then 6 rows. Look at all them neons. Alright. There's our... It's a really blue heavy deck, but we'll just go with it. I think this is just made. Let's go to...
You just went with the highest number stuff, huh?
Yeah. 13 minutes left. Holy shit. I have to go.
Shit, I gotta stop revealing cards and just make a deck and go.
Oh my god, there's 10 levels. I don't think I'll be able to get through all these. Maybe you don't have to get through all of them. You just have to beat any of it. And if you're on the leaderboard, you get the prize distribution. Let me see. Prizes. Oh, the drawing isn't... Oh, there's not that many. There's only... I don't know. We'll see. Let's go. Let's beat this level 1 guy. I didn't see what they have in their deck. I'm not even paying attention. I'm just gonna play water. It's my best. Boom, let's go. Let me turn on the sound effects. So, water beats fire. Fire beats... Is it ice? Whatever the white one is. And then white beats blue. So it's kind of like rock, paper, scissors with numbers. If you play the one that beats the other one, you win every time. But if you tie, if we both play water, whoever has the higher number wins. I'm just crushing this deck. I think this is an all-water deck, which is good for me. Uh-oh, I only have fire. That's not good. And you can see what your opponent has before you play. So, like, if I see his deck is only water, then I know I don't want to play fire because that automatically loses.
Hello!
Hello! We're playing Meta Battler. So there is, like, 10 minutes left on the playtest. So your boy is trying to just power through this.
Yeah,
What's that?
I'm trying to get my game in as well here. That's too slow this morning.
This one's mostly water. That's fine. Boom, get wrecked. Get wrecked. This fire beat me. I'm not really sure how the AI works as far as like what they pick. But usually if they pick multiple in a row,
Yeah, are you
just
playing
gambling
PvP
odds
or
where it's like
PvE?
PvE. If they pick like multiple in a row, I feel like they're less likely to... So this one only has water and fire, so I don't want to play... Water, fire... Actually, I guess I could play any of them and still be fine. I only have water, so we're playing water.
Let's see. How did you start a PvP or is it a PvE game?
PvE. I guess we have to not play water. Oh, good luck there. Shazam! Wonder where I am on the leaderboard now. I don't see myself on the leaderboard. Maybe I have to refresh the page. I'm just gonna keep playing. Fuck, I didn't see what was in this deck. I'm just gonna have to pick random cards and hope. Well, that worked. Like fire is this deck. Nope, he has ice in there too. Uh-oh, he has higher number of cards than me now.
Shit. Get fucked. My deck's pretty solid, actually. Like a pretty decent split of like the different elements.
Oh no, I'm losing. Alright, we're coming back, we're coming back.
Got him.
Just need one more, just need one more! No! 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 Come on, please play fire! Yes!
Let's go. Nice.
How much time is left on this
Same
campaign?
you.
7 minutes, shit.
Get stumped.
I also didn't see what's in this deck. I'm just gonna have to guess again. Starting good. I think it's an all fire deck.
Yeah, I'm stomping my dude now. Oh, he got me with a 1 water. That was pathetic for me.
Oh, he has other shit than fire? He played like 10 fire in a row, then played a water. I was not expecting that. Level 6.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't really see what you have.
Not good. He's got higher numbers than me, so if I play the same thing, I lose. This one I think is an L.
Damn it.
No.
I have some pretty high numbers.
No, he has higher numbers than me. I can't beat this guy. Wait, no, don't concede.
Got him.
I don't see myself on the... Maybe it's because I didn't name myself? My display name is Polish Dog 90, but I don't see myself on the leaderboard. Oh no, I have to restart. Shit. That wasn't good. I guess I'll just replay. At least these early levels are easy.
Damn, a 36. Oof. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I think we have 5 minutes left, right, before the.
Ish. Probably less.
To get the next promo, do we have to beat the tower all the way?
It's a draw based on the leaderboard.
Oh, okay. Good. Oh, you're a punk. Shit, this guy's crushing me.
Correct.
Damn, dude, I just beat his 42 with my 46. The same one. That was a pretty good play.
How many freaking white cards does this guy have? Is it like all white? It's like all white so far, so I'm gonna play whites and reds. Ain't giving you no blues, that's a free win.
What's the currency that when you get a continue? What's that currency that you're paying?
The MVP probably, the yellow points. Is what you earn for playing. Is how you level up your cards, like the in-game currency.
Yeah, but I mean, do you start with some of it? Because I just clicked continue and it worked.
I mean, you got some for the ones you won, probably.
Oh, I see.
But I don't know. Maybe you start with some too. I don't think you start with some. Your deck also, the individual cards in your deck store them as you get wins. Like if your card does damage, that card gets MVP inside of it the next round.
Oh, I see. Shit. I was on a roll and now this guy's coming back.
How many fucking white cards does this guy have in a row? There we go. No. There we go.
Shit.
No.
Got me. That's funny. If you say concede,
Oh, there I
it's like,
am.
don't be a
I'm on the leaderboard now. I definitely have more points than that, though.
See, I can't continue this time, so I have to concede.
think I got time. This is maybe the last one. Well, I got mostly blue, so we're playing blue. Fuck. Play multiple whites in a row.
I feel like they definitely like did a solid job with this.
Ah, poop. Play your reds and get wrecked. Play white. Let's go. All right, I think I'm out.
How far did you get? I'm still looking at
Level
my things.
6.
Oh, you're on. Not bad. I got to level 4. Or no, 5. I lost on 5.
I think it takes a while for the leaderboard. I should have more than 9 points based on just looking at. Yeah, that's Meta Battler, everybody. Pretty fun. I don't know when the game's going down. The prizes just went out, but you might still be able to log on if you want to try it.
Oh, you can tie. I didn't know that.
I'm guessing I didn't get the prize because I wasn't high enough on the leaderboard. I should have started like fucking 20 minutes earlier. Screwed up.
Yeah, this might be one I have to buy off the secondary market.
Oh, it's based on your percent chances based on unique levels beat. That's kind of cool.
Oh.
Hey, Rock Metal got one. Congrats, Rock Metal. Rexinator. Benny won 2. Pop and Stock got one. It's cool to see people we...
Yeah.
Also, they were giving them out every hour, so if we would have started when it started, you would have had a shot every hour on the hour based on the leaderboard if you kept playing.
Cool too, so it doesn't just favor people who are awake at whatever time it launched and gives them the most, like the best chance. It's like the odds are like every hour you can.
Polish Dog 90 here. No luck. People with worse luck. I beat more levels in Pop and Stock, Benny, and Rock Metal, and I didn't get it, so I just had bad luck. But it is what it is. There's some people that beat level 7 and didn't get it. They're probably like, what?
Dang.
So much
That's
better than
some
these
RNG.
people, and I'm not getting it.
That's some RNG, yo.
I'm going to do, now that we have time, I'm going to upload some stuff from the Horrors collection. I want to actually go through like the upload process. Actually, I want to upload my...
I gotta finish uploading my Naked Neons.
what's the Ultra Rare collection? Oh no, it went down. Well, GG.
Oh, yeah, mine just went down too. We'll be back online soon. Well,
I wonder how much that promo costs. Is it under the... Does it have its own collection? Is it Meta Battler or is it...
Yeah,
Ultra Rare?
MetaBat, I think, is its own collection.
There it is. 75 wax. That's not cheap. Only 190 got minted though. I wonder if they're gonna do all 300 some point.
Yeah, that's not insane.
All right. I want to see if I can search for this template. I might make an offer on this template on... It's the only one I don't have.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the same.
I wonder how much wax I have in this wallet. How big of an offer can I make?
I did some manual arbitrage yesterday, and I turned like 50 wax into a 260 wax.
What are you doing
But
offer?
I also
Offer.
to do an offer.
I see it.
It's like, oh, you got it. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a. I think
It's
under
just 25
trade.
wax right now.
25 wax. That would be a little under $1, 95 cents, 96 cents.
25. So rare, I don't think someone's gonna take this offer. Probably shouldn't tell people what I'm offering. These guys would just fucking overcut me by 1 wax.
Right.
But whatever is what it is.
Well, I mean, I think everyone can see the offer once you make it. Well, I guess everyone can see the top offer once.
All right. Got a grubfish going. Everyone wants
Is
to
there
join.
5? There's 5 total
I believe so.
promos, right?
I think I have 4 or 5.
I have 4. Yeah, I'm missing the newest one then.
I do wonder. There's still like 100 or something not minted. I wonder what they're doing with those.
Of the Roar bot, there's only 279 minted out of 300. The previous one also only has 284 minted. Like they don't not all of them have 300 full mints.
True. Yeah, I got
Yeah, none
1,
of them
2,
actually
3,
got up to
4.
300.
I got 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I gotta check this Meta Battler market and see what's the one I'm missing.
Oh, Meta Battler's in the chat. Welcome, Meta Battler. We'll try to distribute a few.
There it is.
You have a giveaway wallet. Yeah, you send them to give.neon.
Yeah, that was great. I really wanted to spend more time ripping my packs, but I had to rush through that.
Yeah, we power ran it
get
because we didn't have enough time to go through the whole process. We're like, we need to get on this leaderboard. But
Yeah.
I still ended up beating
That was
5
like
levels. I feel like I did pretty decent.
Yeah, I got to level 5. I died on level 6.
It definitely
And then
started
I
getting,
got-
like, the deck
before
started
we
getting
get
more powerful than mine. I was like, oof, I'm going to need to upload more NFTs.
Mm-hmm. I was a little unclear though, because I was able to hit continue one time. I was a little unclear on how much balance of whatever currency that was I have. Because after the first time of hitting continue, the second time I couldn't afford it.
I think it just says in the top right of your screen, there's like a balance next to your
Yeah, I mean-
profile, but can't check now.
Nope, I see under maintenance when I toggle to it.
Definitely fun though. I'm going to spend more time on that. I think it comes out next week, I'm guessing, because that's when the drop is.
Yeah, I'm excited. New Ultra Rare drop's gonna be fun no matter what.
All right. What do we want to do next? Do we want to do... I feel like that was most of our wax news. Should we jump to market analysis? Sent a few for giveaways. Okay, we can give one away now. We'll
get
give
to some market stuff too. It's Sell the News Day, everybody. You know, from the buy the rumor, sell the news pattern that everybody always likes to mention. Today's Sell the News Day because
there they are.
today-
Sergeant Shrapnels.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
nice,
watch
that's
other
fun.
people's streams
I know, right? I'm
so
gonna
I could
enter
try
the
to win it.
giveaway.
Who else are
enter
you
the
giving them
giveaway,
to, Meta Battler? I want to watch whoever streams so I can try to win one. We also got some stuff from
If anybody
Ye-
has this one or multiples of this one and not any of or is missing one of the other ones, I could trade you 1-to-1 for one of the other ones.
I feel like the other ones were way easier to get than this one.
Yeah. Well,
But maybe somebody got multiple and they got lucky if somebody played like all 4 hours.
maybe yeah.
So we'll
or
give
somebody
away
missed all the ones.
first place. We'll get Sergeant Shrapnel and 1 million woof for this giveaway.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
Kickstarter for physicals too. Yeah, that's true. And that's kind of dope.
I invited them on, but they
Yeah.
never replied, so I don't know if they're going to be coming on our show. But it's going to try to show off. I guess it's Wax Wednesday. Let's show that off before we do tech stuff. But first, let's do this giveaway. Everybody who
Right.
watches play Meta Battler, you'll have a shot to win this Meta Battler card that I was not so lucky to win.
Not fully rigged.
I bet Black Fang is going to get some. I'll have to watch Black Fang next time they go live. Black Fang goes live for so long, too, when they go live. They go live for like 4 to 8 hours, usually.
Oh, that legendary backpack got smushed. I'm still cooking though. Red Trail, no big deal.
One thing, I should talk to the Grubfish dudes. I would love a volume slider on Grubfish. It's very hard to stream when there's no volume slider. Not to change my browser volume, but then like when we're doing off the rails, then those videos get too quiet. So I might
Ooh,
hit them up
dude,
and ask for a
I'm like-
volume slider.
I'm like legit in the running right now for getting this this promo if I was allowed to win our prizes.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're already automatically out of the running.
Yeah, but like, oh, top 3 even. Let's go. Top 2.
Oh,
Can you
top
do it?
top one, and
I
you
would've
win
won it.
nothing. You get nothing. You lose.
Bitter.
Good day, sir. Tissues is our winner.
Hey.
Congrats to Tissues.
At least we saw the red trail all the way to the end. Let's go, baby.
Congrats, Tissues. We will send you a Sergeant Shrapnel. And we'll also send you 1 million woof.
Damn. And a million woof. No big deal. Starting the stream off with a pretty nice win there.
Waxed Alcor. I didn't see the details for the drop. I wonder if they have a medium for that.
Oh, I'm into that too. I want to know.
Let me see. Ultra rare collectibles medium.
Jesus Christ.
May 15th. Gameplay reveal. This maybe? Meta Battler Series 1. Over 300 one-of-ones. That's pretty dope. Doesn't say when the drop is at the price here. Let's look at the most. July 16th. This is the most recent one. Find out more. Under maintenance. I don't know. They might have said in Telegram. I thought it said like in 6 days on the actual game when you logged in.
Oh,
I
I
know.
see.
Stay up to date in their Telegram. Assuming that was right, it should be in the next week, but I don't know if that was right. Medium coming out tomorrow. Okay. On the drop page is right here. Thank you. Thank you for the link. Only 900. That's pretty rare. There's a $15 one and a $30 one. I've got enough wax for this dollar one. How many cards
Yeah.
are in here? 15 cards, $1 a card. That's not bad.
This is definitely within my range. Also within my like, I want this in my collection. Especially with how nice.
30 pack is 30 cards, $1 a card. Seems legit.
Especially with how much Woof has been pumping. I feel like I have a good amount of wax in my LPs now.
And this is in 5 days, 19 hours. That'll be.
And it's all public, or is there like a a
Looks like
whitelisted
it's just all
pre-sale or anything
public.
like that? I
1,
guess we
2,
don't know
3,
yet.
4. It looks like Monday. Monday the 29th is when this will be happening. I'll have to wake up earlier on that day than now.
Yeah, this drop does look like it is all just public all at once.
I think it's Monday or
always a
Tuesday. I'm
fan-
bad at days.
I am always a fan of when like having that 666 card gets you like priority access to their drops. That's super fun for me. But that's just
I
because I
don't
already have
know that there's the
multiple.
hype on wax right now for something to like instant sell out. Like, when was
Yeah.
the last thing that last NFT drop that instant sold out in wax? Like, I can't even think of one.
Yeah, that's true.
Bugsy. Million.
That's true.
We're at the $1.60 right now. Pretty good. Woof. And I'll send 500,000 to Monosuerte.
Send it.
And I'll send 250,000 to whoever got third, which is Twalter is getting 250,000. Congrats to our winners. I will open up another giveaway if you want to exclamation point neon to join. And let's take a look at the Crittercraft thing. All right. So, Crittercraft is doing their first, not their first physical, because they had like plushies where you could get you get physical plushie versions of like the Grubfish, but they have a solitaire set coming out of solitaire playing cards. So just like their characters, each card has a different character on it. Oh, they already passed their goal. That's awesome. Congrats to them. Here's the link if anybody's interested in kickstarting, because I believe if you kickstart, you get a set. Yeah, for £8, $11, you can get the early bird card deck. You get a deck of collectible Crittercraft playing cards. There's only 5 of those left, and then once those run out, then it's $9 or £9, which is $12 for our deck. And that doesn't have a limited amount. 2 decks, you can pay £16. So it's like 2x the early bird price, and 2x for the non is you get $1 off because it should be 18. And for £30, you can get a card deck and a large plushie. I'm kind of tempted to do that. These plushies are dope. I like the Grubfish. We've spent so much time playing them that we have like a little stuffed animal. And you can also get a kawaii themed Grubfish plushie deck. Half brick. I got a brick of friggin' card packs. I don't know if I've ever heard cards described as a brick. When I think of brick, I think of cocaine. Got a brick of coke.
A brick, or like maybe a pound of weed.
Yeah,
that comes
true.
in a brick.
But I'm gonna brick a. They are solitaire.io. I didn't know they made that site. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's dope.
And you can play Solitaire with the decks online. I haven't played Solitaire in so long. Oh, they have to be other colors.
Yeah, alternating colors.
7. Whatever, I'm not gonna play Solitaire right now. You guys don't get to see how dumb I am. I was like, did I already lose? Like, I don't know how to fucking play.
Yeah, solitaire. I wonder if they do like the card bouncing at the end when you win. You know, the classic solitaire. All the cards come flying out at you. Oh, the plushies look cute.
I want to say something with these NFTs are redeemable. Like, I think if you get a full set of the NFTs, you might be able to redeem it VRL for a pack. Let's see what it says on the
that's
cards.
kind of cool.
They sent us some cards to give away.
I like that. They had that in the past too. They had like the tickets that you'd like blend up into like the redeemable like golden ticket.
Oh, we got mint 1 of this one.
Oh shoot!
There's only 10. This Solitaire.io Critograph. Can you complete the deck? Doesn't say. Let me see. Let me read the message you sent me.
Damn, I wonder if you could even buy all 52 cards off the secondary right now.
He said, just launched our first ever Kickstarter. I don't think there's that many because I think. Or actually, yeah, there's 4 different dudes. I'm wrong. There is that many. Launch our first ever Kickstarter for Critograph themed playing cards. Let me know if you want some to give out on stream. I just sent the first 10 mints of the 2 of clubs. The idea is that if people collect the whole deck of these cards, they'll be able to redeem them for special edition IRL deck.
Oh.
Hoping to give out some freebies, then finish it with an Atomic Hub launch drop for randomized packs people can use to complete their collection. Plus, maybe some kind of Card Fest event like Grubfest.
That's pretty dope.
He said he also wants to build a new stream game tool using these cards. But that's all the information we have on now. When that'll happen, no idea. But you can get the 2 of clubs from your boys at Neon Space.
What's the 2 of clubs schema?
Cards 1. Right now, you for $5 can get a Ace of Diamonds. Honestly, at that rate, just go pay $8 on the Kickstarter and you can get or like $12 on the Kickstarter, you can get a full set. This is cool though. It's got animation, and I like the VRL idea. Definitely a cool. Although I believe they're saying it's going to be a unique set for, like the one that you get from the VRL will be different than the one from the Kickstarter. The way that sounded, but this is also just a DM informally. Like this is an official announcement. It's a special edition IRL deck. Assume it's going to be different, but don't quote me on that. If you go spend $300 collecting the VRLs and then it's not different, this is very loose information from a DM. No formal announcement. Need a Criticraft NFT that auto triggers explode. That'd be fun. Like if they make a new backpack that's like strapping a bomb to your grub that just like auto triggers.
I also feel like you could have like custom NFTs for like what the explosion looks like they do for what's that called? Rocket League. Whenever you score, you know the explosion, you can like that's a skin you can get. Some of those explosions look fucking epic. It'd be fun if like you have like a nuke or something, you get a little mushroom cloud when you blow up. Maybe like an electric storm or something like that. Could be cool. I think there's a lot of ways to like use NFTs to make some fun visual stuff happen. Pretty dope. Is the card part? Why can't I find it? Is it part of the Grubfish like existing Grubfish collection, or is it like a different thing?
There's only 1 card on the entire market.
Oh, that's probably why then.
No, it's part of Solitaire.io. It's a different collection.
Oh, okay. There we go. That's the reason.
I wonder if they'll do a drop for some of their currency from their game. I still have some of that, I think. Yeah, more news on that when it hasn't come out yet. But they passed their Kickstarter, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder what percentage of people did the Kickstarter are from Wax, and what percentage of the people are from, because they're advertising it. They made Solitaire.io. They own this, and it's
Yeah.
not a Wax thing. Like I never saw this advertised on Wax ever,
That's true. This is the first time hearing of it too.
and it's just advertised right here. So like they could have been funded by people just interested in their web game.
Yeah.
That's also why I like the Crittercraft guys, because like they're legit. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if
game
Java
devs.
is the Flash game developers. Like they have multiple games, so I was like that. It's like they didn't just make a game because of Wax. Like Wax was a place they tried to make a game because they were already doing that, and they thought they could take ownership and stuff.
Yeah.
Their game is on like permanent hiatus. The play to earn one, but they might still make more stream game stuff, which I'm excited for because that's what we use more
Right.
anyway.
I'm definitely a fan. Crittercraft is always a fun, like smooth, fair, like giveaway randomizer. I felt.
Quadrell says, "Seeing you guys, I need to go launch the finals." I was playing finals last night. I'm like number 80, I think, like 80 levels through the battle pass. I'm trying to get to 100 so I can buy that premium pass and get my money back.
Nice.
An hour ago, Nostalgia Corp used 25 bits. Why didn't we see that pop up? I swear our alert thing is broken right now.
Yeah, it never alerted that I subscribed, which I was.
Let me test, because
about.
I'm now a new Amazon Prime user for this month. So let me
Oh yeah, you can do your gift sub.
see if it works.
It's pretty much you just go the regular route, and then you have to check the box for like use Prime.
Yeah, I'm just doing it on a different browser because I'm logged into the Neon Space on that browser. Resubscribe. Use Prime sub. Give me them Bezos bucks. Alright. I have subbed. See if it shows
All
up.
right, let's see. I'm watching for the announcement. Actually, I guess I should add myself to the next
I
competition here.
don't think this alert is working. What is this called? Streamlabs. Why doesn't anything just work the way it's supposed to work? Spend so much time fussing with technicals. But it is nice to know. I'm mostly like that to know when people raid, people sub. Like I like to thank people for supporting us. So I don't want to seem like an asshole who's just ignoring it. Like I said, yeah, shout out to Nostalgia Corp an hour ago. Thank you for using bits.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Yeah, let's see. Recent events is where it should show up.
Yeah. Ugh, let me go grab my other wallet so I can do this tech thing in a second.
Clicked refresh and it didn't do anything. It also isn't showing my sub. Alert box. This is where it should show up. Bits. Well, that worked. I don't know why that works. And then copy. What do you use instead of Streamlabs, Quadrell? Are you just using normal OBS? Mix it up? What is that? Is that what you're using? Or you're asking me to mix it up as an example? Let's test a sub. Are you saying mix it up as the software you use, or is that something you're saying I should do? I don't understand. I'm too dumb. But yeah, I don't know. It should be working, but I just subscribed and it did nothing. So what's going on? Streamlabs isn't even showing up my subscription. Like, I don't know. Streamlabs, you're fucking up. Try to refresh your cache. Yeah, I did that. I went to like settings and I clicked the refresh cache of current page. The issue is more that right now it's not even showing up that I subscribed. Like even in the website, the dashboard's not saying that Polish Dog 90 resubscribed, even though I did.
That's what happened to me.
I'll go and make sure, like, go confirm. Continue sub. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Maybe I have to share that I did it.
Oh.
I click share and then it popped up.
So
okay, it's working. User error, I guess. You gotta click share. But it's working.
All
cool,
right.
cool, cool. Crisis averted. Let's see if I can get Max's screen going on here. I guess we can do another giveaway too. We could give away. Let's give away the Crittercraft card to first place for this one. Did you try to switch the user on and off again? The old IT crowd joke. Was that a joke before the IT crowd show? Like I know it. Like I never even really watched IT crowd, but do people even know what I'm talking about? We're not off the rails today. I'm not going to play a video. We could get copyrighted for that. But maybe tomorrow. IT Crowd was like a British show. It had one of the dudes from the Mighty Boosh in it. The IT Crowd. Had Matt Berry, Noel Fielding, and Richard Ayoade. Those guys are all in the Mighty Boosh. Matt Berry is in like a bunch of stuff. He's in he's What We Do in the Shadows, right? Is one of the things he's in.
Yeah.
He's got a very recognizable voice. He has a super deep voice, I feel like. Max is not good at faces, but he would recognize his voice.
I definitely would.
I watched this show. I guess I probably did watch all this show, but at one point I went through and I watched everything that like the people from the Mighty Boosh did. Matt Berry is known for the IT Crowd, Garth Marenghi's Darth Place, the Mighty Boosh, Snuffbox, What We Do in the Shadows, and Toast of London. Yeah. The British comedy scene's interesting because those guys will like, they end their shows after like 2 or 3 seasons. So they'll like,
yeah,
they'll do one show and then just do another show and then just do, so like those guys have like 9 shows, which is kind of fun, but it's different than America where like The Office just goes for fucking 17 seasons if it's a hit. They kind of like bow out after a couple seasons, not because it's not popular, just because they're like, yeah, we told the story we wanted to tell. We're tired of these characters. Let's make new characters in a new story, which is a very different very different than how American TV works, where it's like if something is popular, you just fucking you go until it dies. Like you just keep going until people stop watching it or the actors fucking whatever.
Yeah.
There's something respectable about that. It's respectable to end when you're on the top, where it's kind of like the American version's a little more desperate, where you're like, we're going until we get canceled. I don't know though. Like The Office, I think ended. Like The Office and Parks and Rec, those shows could have kept going. It's not like they didn't have viewers when they ended, so they also ended. They just squeezed more juice out of it.
The Office kept going after Steve Carell left, and like surprisingly successfully.
Honestly, thought that's a hot take of mine though, that like The Office was better. Like the last couple seasons of The Office with Steve Carell were starting to get like not as good, and I think it actually got funnier. There's a weird like 8 to 10 episode gap where like they just tried to write Andy's character like Steve Carell's character, and that didn't work as well. Like they were just trying to make him the new Michael, and that didn't work. But once they stopped and then they brought in Robert California, that is when the show got like fucking hilarious again, in my opinion. Robert California was such an awesome character.
Yeah, I'm the Lizard King.
I liked when he exited, he's like, that's not even my real fucking name. You guys have no idea who I am. I'm like, this guy's fucking...
Yeah, you don't know. It's like, that's not even my real name. Yeah.
I like that episode where he had a party at his house too and stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm a huge fan of The Office, but I didn't start watching it until later. So like, I don't know. A bunch of people were like, the show was horrible when Steve Carell left. I was like, I started watching it like around that time. So like, that was my introduction. I was like, the show is pretty fucking funny. And like, when I rewatch it from the beginning, I don't like stop watching it when Steve Carell leaves. I keep watching it.
Yeah. I agree. The Boys only running one more season is that's kind of like exactly what we're talking about. They're kind of like quitting while the show's still hot, and people like would definitely watch like multiple more seasons. But yeah, I like that. I feel like that's gonna be an interesting like because you have like that it's coming to an end, so like hopefully they'll be able to like resolve all the stories in a satisfying way.
You think they'll keep doing Gen V, the spin-off show?
No, I don't know. Maybe I could see that.
Probably. You hear there's like a fucking one of those actors died like super tragically in real life. I wonder how that's gonna affect. I think it's the one that was like I think he was like the super fast guy. I don't even remember their powers now.
Oh, A-Train, yeah.
No, that's not Gen V.
Huh.
He's like one of the college guys. I don't know. We're off the rails already. Let's look it up.
Yeah.
Gen
says,
V.
I hope you know Red Dwarf also. Yeah, Red Dwarf is fantastic sci-fi. That's a old throwback. That's like from the 80s or something.
I think it was this guy. Chance Padramo. Gen V died. Let's just search for it. Yeah, Chance Padramo died in a motorcycle crash when he was 27.
Oh, man. That sucks.
I don't remember what his power was. Doesn't say on this star thing. I thought he was fast, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, he was like one of the main fucking characters of the entire show. Like he was the popular kid. I think he's the one that like accidentally killed people or whatever. I don't know, spoiler alert, but
he won't be replaced apparently. That's wild.
Yeah, that's got to throw a huge wrench in like they probably had a bunch of shit written for him. Like it's not like they're expecting him to die in real life, so like his character probably an integral part of the plot. So yeah, I don't know. I liked that show a lot too. Gen V. Like I was a little skeptical. I'm like, usually when you make a spin-off of a really good show, it's not as good. But like Gen V was like hit most of the same notes. Like it was dark and like I don't know. I feel like really poignant. Had cool stuff. I like the cricket character, the girl that could get like she basically had like an eating disorder that made her small.
I haven't seen that one yet though.
Oh, you haven't watched that show? She purges herself. It's like super blatant social commentary, but she gets sick, and then like when she gets sick, she becomes super small so she can like become a micro person. It's kind of fucked up because basically her superpower is an eating disorder, and she like struggles with like self-image and shit too, which is like that show's very good at like bringing in social commentary from modern life into like superhero stuff. I feel like all the best shows do. Like, I don't know, like The Walking Dead isn't, it's about zombies, but it's more about like human nature and like fear and selfishness and like power and like all that stuff is like more what the show's about than the zombies. And then I feel like good superhero shows like isn't actually about the superheroes. It's more about like the Boys is very politically charged and inspired. They have, I don't know if you saw on the, have you finished The Boys?
One more episode.
I won't spoil anything, but they had to put a they had to put a they had to put a like warning out that there's like this was not inspired by true events, like after the attempted assassination on Donald Trump, because like sort of similar to the plotline of the show, and they'd be like, well, we wrote the shit way before that happened. This is not like based on real stuff, but like if you watched it before the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, that warning was not on Amazon, and then after they had to add it, which is like crazy how on the nose.
Yeah, the satire is so solid that it like predicting the future.
It's like some Simpson shit. Your Meta Battler promo already sold. For how much did I buy it? Be dope if I did. Checking my
75. There's a small here. I can.
Okay, that's more than I paid
I think
for
as
it.
part of our tech thing, I might show off a little arbitrage move here.
All right, I'm gonna do a giveaway and then flip over to Max's screen, which I think I still need to set up the. I think I still need to set up your screen, but no, I didn't buy it for 75. I have an offer in at 25. So if anybody wants to sell for way less than the floor, like a third of the floor, your boy has an offer up. All right, so we're gonna give away a Crittercraft and some Woof for this one. You're first towards what, 50? How many cards are in a deck? 52? 56?
Yeah, 52.
Is it 56 if it's Jokers?
54 with Jokers. Usually it's
54.
just 2 Jokers.
Okay. It is interesting to specify it's a solitaire deck. Can't you do... Isn't a solitaire deck just a normal deck? Like, couldn't you also play poker with it?
Yeah.
Probably because it's based on their solitaire.io website is why they're branding it solitaire, but... I don't know that I've ever played solitaire in real life. Like, I've played virtual solitaire. But I don't know that I've ever, like just sat down with an actual deck of cards.
I just cheat when I do that. It's too easy to, like, cheat when they're there, but usually the game, the computer game doesn't let you cheat. Plus, there's, like, a couple ways to do it, or, like, the reveal is, like, 3 cards at once, or a single card reveal. I feel like single card reveal is way easier. Because the 3 card at once reveal, you're only allowed to take the top of the 3 stack. You can't, like, take the second card down. But, yeah, solitaires. Dang, I lost so early on. There's a third person to die in this one. Prince Paradox, it's rigged.
Optic Red Rum, congrats. You got yourself a Crittercraft. Number 2, right? We will give you Mint 9 because it's the first one. I'm going to save the Mint 1 for a different giveaway. Mint 1's pretty dope. I feel like Mint 1's almost bad, though, because you don't want to, like, burn that one for the VIRL if you have to. I wonder how that works. I wonder if, like, you get the full set. I feel like they'd have to burn them, otherwise then you could just sell it or send it to somebody else, and then unlimited solitaire hack. And we will also send you 1 million Woof. I was doing some math last night for a new mint structure for Burn Street for our collection.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we should just add dims, because that would burn, like, it takes two
I guess
dims
that's
to make. She makes two dims to make a blend token, then two blend tokens to make a new card. If that goes back into a dim, like, you're exponentially burning more cards every drop we do. Like, if the goal is to burn the supply of neon, we should be doing that. The whole thing we originally did was like two commons, you get an uncommon, so you get a rare thing, but like there are no commons of that artwork,
It'd
so
be,
like
yeah.
why
It'd be
not
fun to
have
do
that
like
be an option?
It'd be fun to do a dim pack the way that we did the glow neon packs for Burn Street, like a dim Burn Street pack, which is all the existing Burn Street cards but in dim rarity.
Well, I think we should
The
just
ones that don't
do
already have them.
a new Burn Street set with all 5 rarities and have a pack for that. I think those would do much better than, like, who wants to
That's way
fucking
better, yeah. Yeah,
who
that's
wants
true.
to spend extra money to only get commons? Like, that's
Nah, you're
not
right.
a very enticing thing. All right, Prince Paradox got second. You will get 500,000.
Making some new 5-card packs would be fun.
Yeah, I think we could do 1-card packs and make those cost like two
Or 5 rarities, whatever.
2 blend tokens, and then have a 5-card pack, and that would just cost 10 blend tokens. Kind of choose. But I think it'd be cool to do a whole other set. And I also think that's more fun than just like the one blend, one thing. I feel like that's maybe something we work on after we do our profile pictures.
PFP drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pawn are trying to do a.
I feel like we can also crank those out so much faster. Like, we're pretty good at doing, like,
Yeah.
we've pretty rush been like, hey Paul, can you do this? He makes it in like 24 to 48 hours, and then like that week we have the blend up with all the rarities. Whereas like
That's true.
having to make
Yeah,
him
I
draw
feel
hundreds of different things and
Sure.
then match them and change them is like a huge time consuming ordeal. All right, me trying to find his Twitch wallet. Twitch prize wallet is the name of the spreadsheet. Yeah, we kind of been slacking on Burn Street, so I think it'd be fun to do another set. And then we had like the Crow Neonberg bonuses for the first set, so I think it'll be fun to do a second one.
Yeah. I really like those.
Prince Paradox, here's your 500,000 woof. Okay, I think that was the wrong. That was the wrong wallet. I almost has he's burned Combat Void.
Paul and I are requesting on it. I think we've a plan.
Void Com Burn X.
Wednesday.
What on Wednesday?
Next week, Wednesday, I should be able to show you some more of the PFP progress too.
Dope. I need to dive back into the
Alright.
music because we got to delete like 250 of those.
Yeah.
I'm always like, I don't know. I tried to make them sound good, but like some people are like, I want the fucking ones that's like metal mixed with reggae that sound fucking crazy. Like some people are interested in that, so I'm like, do I leave those in or do I just try to like pick the best of the best? I already tried to do the best. Some of them are definitely a little wonky, but
instead of removing the worst ones, just remove like the most mediocre ones. So keep the good and the bad.
all right. One more prize to send. Buzz King gets 250,000, and then we're gonna go do. We'll open up a new form. New form. Open exclamation point neon. And then I'm gonna flip over to Max's screen, but my every single scene in my Streamlabs or my Streamlabs got broken, so I have to make a new one for your screen. This is actually, I meant to do this offline because your setup's different than mine, but plus max screen. Did I send? I always like do ADHD and I can't remember what I sent. Good thing this is on the blockchain, so I can just go look at our wallet and see if I sent 250,000.
Right.
Give.neon. I did send 250,000. We're square. All right. So let me find Max's screen. You guys are gonna see how the sausage is made today of how I create a scene. So I just copied and pasted
Let's see.
this one. And now I need
So
to...
far, I can just see the Crittercraft screen.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. Chill the fuck out. I'm getting there.
No, okay. Thought we were getting running commentary on something that we should be seeing.
Hasn't started yet. I was gonna give running commentary. Oh shit. New source. This is Max screen. You cannot see this, but I can. There we go. Now you should see it.
There it is. Oh, yeah.
And then I like to cut off the top. I don't like having the URL in there. Because like when Max accidentally shows off our StreamYard page sometimes, you guys could join it if you saw the URL.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think of that.
It's a little not as much of an issue now that we're on Twitch only, but I guess somebody could clip it and then come in. But on YouTube, you could have just rewinded and paused it, and like anybody could have joined our. So I add a filter. Filter I add is called crop.
Let's
and
see.
I crop the
Cropping.
top. And I have to figure out the number. 150 is usually where I start. 150 is too much. 100. Middle. 125. 130. 40. 135. 6. 137. 138. Perfect. And I wonder if we should just not... I wonder why your screen's so much wider.
For what?
Oh, it's because I cropped the sides of my screen. I cropped the sides of yours too. Can you go to Wax on Edge? Usually the website I look at for... Yeah, like, we don't need the scroll bar. Edit that. Go back to my crop filter. It's so annoying that literally every single scene that I made got deleted. Not deleted, but stretched, and then I had to delete it. And that looks good. Let's do 10 on the...
Look at that. Wax Woof is just flying. Damn. We're looking right now at the price of Woof in terms of wax. Since it dropped, it's just been... Oh yeah, the last jump is here. If I go to the 15.
This sucks though, because now we're blocking the fucking... We are blocking the prices. This is going to take a second for me to set up. Alright, let's get rid of the web. Take Max's screen. We're going to drag this all the way to the bottom. We're going to put ourselves back on top. That's why we're up here on your setup. That's going to take me a while to line it up.
Yeah, this we are still climbing even right now. This is like the current candle is like at its all-time high in terms of wax. Let's go. Let me poke around some of these other ones. Yeah, Wapaka. I was thinking that too. I'm glad I only sold half my woof and kept the rest of it. Or at least farmed the rest of it, which ended up making me a shit ton of wax back. Let's see. I also made a pool of neon paired with woof like not too long ago, about like 2 weeks back. So the neon token benefits from that. Although I think the big part of like the most recent pump comes from like the liquidity pool I made against FTW token, which I made yesterday just for shits. That one's also cooking. What is that? Fucking 10x? Yeah, 12x. Damn. Damn. It's insane. People just fucking are down to play with a lot of these tokens. Just for shits and giggles. Although, it's nice that my FTW token is also from the FTW wallet. So it's just like FTW by FTW, which is cool. But we can look at the market first before I go off topic and talk about nonsense meme coins that I'm making out of thin air. Go back to Neon though. Neon and Wax. That's gonna make our LP pretty happy from last week too. Let's go to the daily chart. I think we're kinda Neon has for a long time been between like 12 and I guess 5 wax or so. And it looks like it took a little bit of a hit as wax had dropped. Or kind of like, I don't know, it's usually just kind of been ranging here. So I guess some large cash out must have happened or something. I don't really pay attention. All my liquidity is just 0 to infinity and I don't ever touch it. Although I do make some other liquidity pools and mess with that. Which I guess I could show off since Lewis is still setting up the screen here. Here's a DeFi wallet, or my yield farming wallet. These are my LPs in this wallet. Let me refresh. Of course, then I refresh and now it like does the thing that I didn't want it to do. This bet pool is pretty much depreciated, but I can't move it because the bet token contract is locked, so I can't withdraw from the pool because it errors out, saying that the token can't move. I like how big my mouse is too. But here you can see like I have Wax Neon. This is like the max 0 to infinity pool that I have kind of always just maintained, which is now 4,500 wax on the wax side. And I think I'm like, at this point, it's 11% of the pool share, but that's based on what the ranges people have set. See how like the way that this looks here, this like curve, I guess, that's basically the liquidity depth for what people have set up. And so if I go back and you can see that my total position here is worth $350. I can tell how much, if 11% is my actual composition in that pool, and you can see that the total value in the pool is about $1,000. So I'm actually closer to 33% of the entire liquidity rather than 11%. But this 11% represents my portion of the in-range liquidity. So assuming like this peak here would go from 0 to infinity, then I would only be 11% of it, which you can see this chunk down here is probably me. But yeah, let's see. There we go. But yeah, which that's kind of fun. And then you can also come here and see like who's in the pool by clicking on the Wax Neon Analytics. And then you can get a sense of like, oh yeah, here it's organized based on like who, like how much value is in there, and so you can see this 4,000 with whatever this range is the deepest liquidity position, and then this one comes up next because it's set to a tighter range. Although I think like Lewis's wallet probably has. Let's see. If I look at Polish Dog here, no, actually Lewis isn't that crazy deep in it. Looks like
I think I
Yamster's
have
actually
2 wallets. I think maybe I moved it all to the Polish Talk, but is Neon Fanatics in there too? Yeah.
Let's see. I see the Polish Neon Fanatics. Oh yeah, you are split between 2 wallets. So I guess if it wasn't split, you'd be like in the second position. Actually, you'd probably be under your Yamster, and both of these are actually pretty high up there. So the 3 of us are supplying a lion's share of all this liquidity. But it's fun to be able to see all that, broken down in real time here. But yeah, let's start by looking at the chart before we look into like specific wax stuff here. Today is, like I was saying earlier, sell the news day. Today we have, if I look at my Bitcoin chart here, today we have the Ethereum ETF starts trading on the stock market. So all that kind of like hype that has led up to that has been giving us a nice big run here too of new ETFs being approved, making it possible for new funds to kind of enter this market. That all starts today. So all this like run up is generally like the buy the rumor, and then the actual news event of the trading going live would be the sell the news. And that's generally how it played out last few times too. We got a similar deal with like, we had I think it was like a run up for the Bitcoin ETF going live, and then after it went live, it didn't continue to immediately pump. It kind of flatlined for a bit and ranged, and so that's kind of like as far as world news event in the market. That's kind of what we're looking at. But then right now I'm looking at the weekly chart here, and you can see on the weekly chart, we are starting to pull down a bit this week. Looking back at a little closer here with the daily, you can kind of see that with Bitcoin, we had gotten our peak, and then we started making a low, and then a higher peak. So I'm sorry, a lower peak, so a lower high, and now a lower low, and now a lower high. So potentially this is continuing our sell-off, lower low. Although generally speaking, it's not probably going to drop quite as slowly as it has been. If we got 1, 2, and this being our third kind of rejection, this would then be where we'd expect to kind of lose support and push down, making lower lows on the daily chart. Zooming in even closer this morning, I was trying to like get a sense of where that support loss would be. And so you can see here on the daily, or on the 1 hour chart even, we had charted out like this channel as a bear flag, where you can see we're ranging within the channel, and once we lose the channel, which we did by the time I shared the screenshot, the thing was looking for a retest to retouch the bottom of the channel and then move, and then if that were to happen, that kind of confirms the failing of this bear flag, and then the flagpole becomes the target for the move. So we would be looking for it to sell off close to like down to 64,500 ish for Bitcoin. And then you can see, looking at the actual 1 hour chart, here is that same range. Here is that breakout. This little wick here is that one that touched right there, that's been circled. And then since then, it is starting to play out that move. So we are still looking for it to now push us down to that bear flag target, 64,500 on the 1 hour. But if we go, further out and like try to look at this on like the daily time frame, the planned course here would be something like this. So this is a little bit not quite the daily. I think this is the 4 hour. So here we go. When we reset the chart, you can see on our 4 hour, we've basically had this big run. The run again failing to make a higher high, and now looking for a sell-off, and that sell-off looking to then push us to our 4 hour support, which looks like it'll be right around. Here we go. Here, I think this one is on Ethereum, but Bitcoin will have a similar play out. So you can show this off for Ethereum. It'll look very similar. So here you go. And then looking for it to kind of like find a support around, around here where we first got this breakout of this upper level. That would then push us down to, if we're looking at this, 32, right? 32.75, I think is what we're looking at there. Let's see. 32.75, yeah. Back to this. And that would put us down to like, here-ish, which is again, kind of bottom of this. So we have started that move already since I took these screenshots earlier today. And so now it looks like we are starting to hopefully play out something like that. And then I want to see, I want to see a bounce around here to then push us up and move higher, because that bounce will then indicate, making a higher low, since these have been, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then finally here, especially on the Ethereum chart, we're making basically a higher high or at least a double high. So this can be the start of a turnaround if we now bounce and get a higher low. On the Bitcoin chart, it's a little bit more clear that that is actually a higher high. So you can see, we've been getting lower lows, lower highs, all the way up until we bottomed out down here. This being then our lower low, now making a higher high. And now that's, similar story where we're looking for kind of a pullback here, form a higher low, and then push up to continue on feeling bullish around here. So basically, we're looking for that to kind of play out. Looking at the daily chart, we've been on the overbought side now. We have room to kind of like play this out, push us down a bit, and then push us down to
There
where
we
our
go.
strength band is on the daily.
Follower thing is working.
Heyo.
Thank you for the follow.
Look at that. But yeah, so looking for kind of a pullback, probably to around where we're seeing daily support, which will match up with our strength band here, which will then, very similarly play out to this. Which obviously the strength band here is different because this is the 4-hour, but our daily band should find us bouncing there. But that also means that in the coming days or so, we're looking for this to kind of pull back and then hopefully push up again. But in the next few days, that definitely points at kind of like weathering a little bit more volatility and expecting a sell-off, but anticipating the sell-off to find support rather than continue to fall. Especially with, like I said, Ethereum ETFs are starting to hit the market and are trading now. And so people are going to get a much clearer idea of what the actual market demand is for those products versus all the hype that has led to this, buying frenzy lead up to that start of actual trading. So now, we'll start to see, what is the demand, what we expected? Is the demand higher than we expected? Is it lower than we expected? And that won't really be clear until the first week or so when these new institutions publish their in and outflows. And so I feel like leading up to that kind of information, we'll probably see volatility, and I'm hoping to see it pull back, find a higher low, and then move up higher. And like I said, we're probably going to look for that at Bitcoin around, let's say $63,000 or so on the lower end, maybe 64,500. Being like a decent target to then, if you're short sold, like I opened some short positions this morning when we were looking at this chart, says like obviously, we're getting confirmation on a bear flag breakout, so time to open shorts. So now I'm looking again, to close those shorts, and I think a decent price point to do that then would be if we see, the price falling down to 63,500 or so, and starting to lose momentum on that sell off, starting to look like it's flattening out and curving out or something. Maybe a good time to take some profits from shorts or scale out, and then maybe wait for the confirmation on the next, are we getting that bounce, and then if we see it move up, maybe time to switch back into some spot. But that's all up to the individual, whoever wants to trade, however they want to trade. Let's look at Wax really quick too. Wax has been doing a similar, so here we can see, Bitcoin having its run on the daily, and then we compare that to Wax having a nice run as well, and now also over the last few days, chilling out, selling off again on that push. It's very much in line with the sell-off price action that we're seeing in the market in general. But we also, just like last time, we've been getting, or just like the rest of the market, we have been getting a pretty aggressive sell-off in Wax, and we've been seeing lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And just like with Bitcoin, this last push here has pushed us above the strength band support on the daily chart again, has seen us making a higher high than the previous. And then now this pullback needs to basically find support also on the daily chart, and form a higher low, so that we can continue to push up and retest some of the previous ranges. If I turn on our lines here, you can see these are the ranges that we've been tracking. This purple line acting as kind of the current resistance level. You can see it has been very hard for us to close above it. It's been basically hammering us down, and once we lost that support, we've been grinding back up. We were able to close a few of these days above, but then pretty quickly deviated below again. So now what we're really looking to see is a bounce, a higher low, with then a push through this support, making maybe a higher high, likely around this range here, which then should push us down, and then hopefully turn this purple line back into our bouncing board where we find support and we make another higher low to continue up and retest this range again to move higher. So that's what we're hoping to see in the coming week here for Wax. You can see Wax also had been overbought on its daily chart, so you can see all this price moving up for 2 weeks straight has pushed our strength index into overbought territory. So now this pullback is a nice way for us to cool off and, like I said, hopefully cool off and form this higher low, hopefully staying above our strength band support range, which currently is around, what is that, like three and a half, we'll say 3.6 cents or so, about 3.5. So we have a little bit of room to fall down, almost 10% left from where we are now, because we're at 3.8. So from 3.8 to 3.5 is about 10%, a little less than 10%, like let's say 9% ish. But we have some room to move back down, find our support, and then push up again. I think volatility is probably expected. I think, obviously we have a big event of crypto entering a new market that it hasn't been part of before. Crypto in this sense being Ethereum now. But, depending on how that goes, it also is going to open the doors to, there's chatter now about a Solana ETF getting potentially traction. And as more and more of that kind of like conversation develops, it generates mainstream media coverage that isn't necessarily always there. And as much as I don't care to follow the media to make my my move decisions here, it is good to know about those events so that you can prepare for maybe more than usual volatility when we have these events such as ETF trading is going live. That's like a real market event, but then also the media that covers that event is going to drive potentially more retail money into those assets, which then will possibly make them a little bit more volatile than we would otherwise expect them to be. With all that said, the main takeaway here is we're looking at a possible like cool off pullback in the coming week, which we're expecting to end with a higher low and potentially bounce and continue upwards. Also, that's going to be informed a little bit by the QQQ and the SPY. Also, here's the daily chart for these. Also getting a little bit of a pullback here. Looking at the weekly chart for these, we are also looking to cool off, retest our weekly support. That's the QQQ. That's probably going to be a little bit more aggressively down because of the tech sector being a little bit more slammed. So the SPY you can see a little bit more clearly. We have a little bit of room here going also on the daily chart, just barely starting to like play out this kind of sell off today. And so that, the like legacy or the main, I guess, markets, equity markets out there, turning a little bit more red in this past week or so, at least in this past few days, also can inform trader sentiment in the crypto markets, because when equity markets are doing poorly, it's not necessarily crypto markets are doing poorly, but I feel like when equity markets are doing well, it is easier for crypto markets to do well. I'll put it that way. Cool. With all that said, let's take a look at what we want to do with how our wallets are doing from last week. So I'm going to jump over here and log out of my yield farming. And let's take a look at what we did last week and how it has fared and what we want to do in the coming week. So let's see. I'm going to log into DeFi1.ftw. This is a wallet we made on stream, funded with 100 wax, and have been supplying liquidity and participating in like liquidity farms in order to turn that 100 wax into more than 100 wax over time. So let's take a look at what's in the wallet now. I have, let's see, I'm going to swap this over to not Taco Bell, Taco Swap. It knows I want Taco Bell secretly. Okay, so I think we're in Taco Swap and in Alcor Farms, if I remember correctly. Let me log into Taco Swap and confirm. So I've logged into Taco Swap, and I can click here on liquidity to see if there's any liquidity in. There is. Okay, so yes, we added our Wax Woof over on Taco. Into the meal tab here is where you can supply liquidity that earns rewards, and you can see. I'm just gonna isolate to just staked. We're getting paid 24.81% APR here for Wax Woof liquidity. I think it was actually a little bit higher when we started because it used to be paying out Woof and Taco tokens. And so when I come up here to account and rewards, and look at my token rewards, you can actually see there's the Taco that I've been earning all week. I also made 68,000 Woof tokens from just having our liquidity staked here. The other side of this, we have on Alcor, where we have some Wax Booty Wax, and we did some Wax Neon last week. I think we ended up putting about 100 wax worth of wax into this one, so it looks like we're up almost 2 wax since the 50 wax became 51.9, which that's in line with the actual price action of Neon in terms of wax. Since Neon went up, we sold some of our Neon and ended up with a little bit more wax. And you can see, from supplying liquidity, we also earned a little bit of 0.0159 wax and 0.0009 Neon just from those fees. But the real reason we jumped into that farm last week was the farm rewards. So if I toggle over here to the farm screen, and I'm just going to toggle this button here, staked only, we can see where the real action is for those positions on Alcor Swap. Our Wax Booty pool, which, looking at my pools again, which is also close to over 150 wax. You see 175 wax on the wax side here, so 150 wax in this pool, and then about 100 wax in the Neon pool. Now between these two pools, this 150 wax is earning us, 292% APR paid in Woof. We still have, at least 17 days left on this full APR, at which point it decreases down to 117%, which is still pretty freaking solid, especially given the price action of Wax Booty relative to wax. What I really want to see in a token that I'm farming with these type of APR rewards is either, like we're seeing with Neon, where it's going up relative to wax. Great, I'm going to end up with more wax. That's cool. Or I just want it to be flat. As long as it's not a token that's constantly on the way down, I'm actually relatively interested in participating in a liquidity farm that is paying a high reward. And you can see here's Wax Booty and wax, and we're actually pumping in terms of wax as well. So you can see this is the 4-hour chart. If I go to the daily chart,
Monosorte had a question a little bit prior in your chat.
Oh,
where
yeah.
It says, is a stablecoin ETF almost just like an LP token of the stablecoin in USD? I guess I'm saying I don't understand stablecoin ETF and why the trend can diverge from the stablecoin. Are there stablecoin ETFs? I thought there's only Ether and Bitcoin ETFs.
Yeah, I'm not sure there is any stablecoin ETFs, but yeah, an ETF is, ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund. So what it is it's a fund that's held by an exchange or an institution that holds something. So in the example of like the ETH ETF, the fund holds Ethereum, and then you can buy shares of the fund, which represent, proportionally ownership shares of the Ethereum that's backing that fund. And so if there was an ETF for stablecoins, it would be basically like a more risky way of holding cash. I wouldn't recommend it. If there was an ETF of like stablecoin liquidity farms that has some kind of like yield bearing, that might be a little bit more interesting. But personally, I would just do that stuff myself. Like why do I need my broker to take a management fee when we can do this stuff like we're showing here? Like you can just do this stuff yourself by participating in these markets, 1 hour a day, 1 day a week. And we're up, like 600% or something on the 100 wax we started this wallet with by putting that amount of work into it. And that amount of work, I'm not willing to give a management, a broker like 2 or 3% performance fees for managing something that I can manage in 1 day a week. But that, of course, is me, and I know this stuff, and I like like to manage this stuff myself, so it also makes a lot of sense for people who don't have time or don't care to do that shit to allow, for the fees that are involved with that kind of thing. Stablecoin, he means more stablecoin like Bitcoin or ETH. Okay, so the main reason why the ETFs are a bigger deal than, just buying ETFs or buying ETH and Bitcoin, is that Bitcoin and Ethereum, while you and I, as retail investors who are just spending our own money to buy shit that we want in our portfolio, we can just go and buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, from Coinbase or from like Gemini, from whatever broker we choose, and then put it into our own crypto wallet and own the Bitcoin as Bitcoin on the Bitcoin blockchain ourselves and be the custodian of that fund. But if, for example, you put a portion of your paycheck into like your company match 401k account, that account is managed by by some type of investment bank, probably like Prudential or like Fidelity or Vanguard, whatever the company's IRA partner is, and you can tell that account to structure for certain risk tolerances or whatever, but that account cannot go and use the money that you've contributed to it pre-tax as part of a 401k payment. You can't use that money to have the account buy wax for you, even though you yourself can easily buy wax. The reason is that wax is not part of a regulated market infrastructure that those IRA accounts, for example, are allowed to operate in, because a market manager or a company or whatever is managing other people's money. There's a lot of rules involved with what those funds are allowed to buy and sell, because they have to first and foremost protect the money that isn't their own money. They're not allowed to be like, oh, I think this meme coin is going to be the next big thing, so I'm going to put the $1 billion that other people have trusted into my into my brokerage, I'm going to put that into this thing. That's not allowed. And so the creation of these ETFs makes a investment vehicle that is part of the existing infrastructure that is able to be invested in by funds that otherwise would not be able to invest in assets like Bitcoin or Ethereum. And that's the big deal here. Also, why when someone's like, oh, there's a chat about a Solana ETF potentially being next to be approved, that's the significance of that. The significance isn't that like, oh, it makes it easier for me and you to buy Solana. No, we can already buy Solana, no big deal. It makes it possible for financial institutions that operate within an infrastructure that is very heavily regulated, and rightfully so. Now those regulated institutions can participate in this asset through an ETF.
I think the question though was, why can the price of the ETF deviate from the price of Ethereum? Like, why would the Ethereum ETF be different than the price of Ether?
Yes, so there's the other thing about that is the demand and the backing for it. So there is, for example, like when a broker makes the Ethereum ETF, this lead up the week before it went live for trading today, they have been using their brokerage money to buy actual Ethereum and use that Ethereum to then be like, okay, let's say we have 1,000 Ethereum, so we can now offer shares of this ETF. There's, let's say for easy math, we're going to release 1,000 shares of the Ethereum ETF. If the demand exceeds the available shares, it's possible for the ETF 1,000 shares to be worth more than the actual Ethereum behind them. And that premium can go both ways, because the market can't immediately redeem. Like you have basically a derivative asset. So you have an asset that's backed by and fully collateralized in Ethereum, but it's not Ethereum. And the Ethereum market moves 24/7. Like it's always, it doesn't close. The stock market and the equity market closes. It's closed on holidays. It's closed after like 6 p.m. Eastern time. So once those markets are closed, that price can't continue to move. And then in between market hours, you definitely get like differences in prices between the actual spot of crypto markets that never close and the spot price of derivative assets that follow a schedule. And then the other thing is the demand and the sentiment within these localized markets, because when you buy and sell Ethereum, the Ethereum that we're trading. For example, if you were buying Ethereum on Alcor, you might get a slightly different price than on Uniswap versus on Aerodrome or whatever exchange you're using. And in the same way, the ETFs that you're trading on, like the Fidelity market, while it is a huge liquidity market, it can still have a deviation in value from the underlying asset. And that's not just true of Ethereum and Bitcoin ETFs.
I was going to say
that's true of every ETF.
an example, not exactly the same thing, but like sort of just goes back to like supply and demand is the answer. But an example on wax would be like you can buy liquid stake wax. Liquid stake wax is an IOU for wax, just like a Bitcoin ETF is an IOU for Bitcoin. But because you're selling the IOU, it can be priced at a different price than the thing, because liquid stake wax can end up being worth more or less than wax depending on if people are buying or selling it, even though the asset can always be redeemed for X amount through Alcor. It's just like
but it'll take you like 3 days to redeem it, just the same way that like some of these ETFs, if you have like billions or millions of dollars in the Bitcoin ETF, there is ways as an institutional investor, there is ways to redeem those as physical Bitcoin and get them delivered to a Bitcoin wallet. It just takes time. And that time is the thing that basically causes the difference in price between a derivative and the actual asset. So with the example you're giving of liquid stake wax is perfect for that, because like let's say some whale like dumps liquid stake wax on the market, suddenly the price of liquid stake wax is below its actual backing value. Well, now a bunch of people who are willing to wait 3 days to unstake it might be willing to buy it for 10% below market value and then just redeem it, wait 3 days and make their 10% profit. And then the people who are panicking because they're like, oh shit, the liquid stake wax price is depegging from wax, they might dump it at minus 10%. And so you have, multiple risk tolerances out there that make up a market, and that creates these opportunities which, result in arbitrage and result in what is that? Like deviations from underwritten assets.
All right, we have another question. Ivanov says, you said wax oversold and then it bounced back. How can you tell it oversold? And that's you look at the stock RSI indicator, right? So if you're on any sort of trading view, which you can also do on Alcor, right? Can you add, just to show people, if you go to like,
or I'll do it on Wax on Edge.
If you go to Wax on Edge,
let's do Wax and USDT, so we can get a nice USDT, like a dollar version of this, so we can get a similar thing. And then on our actual chart here,
your mouse is so big.
I can click FX for indicators, and then I'm going to type SR for Stochastic RSI. RSI stands for Relative Strength Index, and Stochastic is more aggressively quick to show overbought and oversold. Now if I go to the daily chart here and collapse this down, we're getting literally the exact same thing that we're seeing where I was looking. So this line down here represents the RSI. The blue range is basically the normal kind of trading range where it's not really indicating anything. And then below the blue range would be considered oversold, and above the blue range would be considered overbought. And you can see we've reached 100% overbought and then kind of flatlined there while pushing all the way up to this moving average here where we ended up getting rejected. But you can see now this line is starting to move down again. Our RSI is moving back into kind of like normal territory. But that's what I kind of meant by we were overbought, and now we're cooling off that overbought, hopefully looking to find a bounce at a higher low by the time we reach closer to the bottom of that. RSI.
One thing I'll say is like I've been kind of trying to get into this lately, and it changes depending on which candles you're looking at. Like if you do the 4-hour versus the daily versus the weekly, you can get opposite results. So it's not like a perfect indicator. And then also you'll see like it generally follows certain patterns, but you can see huge candles in either direction during overbought or oversold. Like it doesn't 100% mean it's going to move in one direction. So don't don't bet the house on it because it's overbought or oversold that is going to go in the other direction. But it's one indicator of many that you can look at to kind of see trends.
Yeah, especially here. Look at this. If we see we've reached overbought, we're also like still below the strength band support. Like this might have been if you're gonna like be too quick on the trigger finger, this might have been a moment where like someone would look if you're looking just at the stock
You're like, let's
RSI.
short because where
You
it's
might,
way
short here
over.
'cause we're gonna get rejected. And then look at this entire move happened while we're flatlining.
It's also hasn't
So
gotten down to that yet even, so you'd still be losing your short right now.
You'd still be at a negative. If you shorted here, you'd still be a good chunk below. I mean, you'd now be looking at, okay, you'll end up being able to pull out of this with a profit, but this, you would have jumped the gun if you'd shorted here. And so, yeah, that's why you don't want to look at just that. And that's also why I don't want to look at just one time frame. Like part of it being like, the weekly here was crazy oversold. So it's like, okay, we do want to bounce, and we did get our bounce. And so that's part of why it's like, okay, we're still oversold, but we had that room on the weekly to kind of keep flatlining on the daily a little bit. Now we're kind of cooling off, and let's see if we do get that bounce. But before then, let's see what else we want to do this week. So first things first, look at this. We made some wax. Some woof. Let's see, how much woof did we make? I'm going to go to Wax on Edge because that is where I get my kickbacks.
Ivanov says, interesting. I normally just use daily. Seems like the ones that Max and Sid use when I've been trying to learn are like the 4 hour, the daily, and the weekly. Yeah. But also the monthly. But the monthly doesn't change as often. But the thing Sid told me is like the more of those that line up, the more clear a trend is. So if like as we just saw, it's opposite on some of those. But if it's like underbought on all of them, then you're more likely to see a boost than it being like bullish on the 15-minute, bearish on the, like if it's every other one, that means it's probably going to chop around. You can't really predict it as easily. But if everything lines up, then usually it's a better indicator. But so far, that hasn't happened very many times when I'm looking at it.
No, yeah, and that's when it's like real easy to like take a swing. So now, like I said, I had started opening, like we were seeing the 4 hour starting to like make lower highs, and so it's like I started opening. Once this lower high was in, that's when we went even down to the 1 hour, and that's when I was charting this bear flag. And then when the bear flag broke, that's when I opened short. And so I'm not trading based on the 1 hour. It was based on the 4 hour and the daily kind of like being overbought and looking for a sell. But then the 1 hour gave me the timing of like, okay, we're seeing this pullback. We saw this same picture that I shared at the beginning here. This is the bear flag. So we saw this bear flag. We saw it break with this candle, and then it was like, okay, when this retests, so when it retouches that bottom end of the flag, which this wick did, that is our sign to enter short. And so I'm entered short now, and then like I guess the strategy I'm looking for is to see here on the 4 hour how we continue to play, and then the daily close is coming up 26 minutes from now. Generally speaking, after the daily candle close, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a retest as well. But based on how the daily closed, which right now looks pretty bearish and generally is not going to change in 25 minutes, so I would potentially add to this short. I also still have my shorts open from like weeks ago that are finally starting to look like they're going to come back and like let me close them, and I'm going to end up making hundreds of dollars in funding fees just from having them open.
Is that on? Is that only on gains that it does that?
No, that's on GMX.
So mine being open has been good this entire time, and that's actually kind of answering. Pigwig is asking, "What do you trade on primarily, Max?" GMX is one that GMX. What does GMX stand for?
I'm not sure.
I thought GMX was. I thought GMX and gains were the same thing for like the longest time until like.
Yeah, Gains Network. Yeah, so this is GMX. GMX was initially deployed on Arbitrum, and I think it also runs on Avalanche at the moment. Yeah, but you can see this is basically just an exchange. You can come up here to trade, and then you have your option to trade. Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, Link, Arbitrum, Doge, Pepe, GMX, Uniswap, XRP, WIF, which is dog with hat, LTC, near, so like a decent amount of like relatively large tokens. And you can do this trading directly from your wallet, and you can see right here where it says long and short on the right side, there's a swap section. You can go simply to the swap section and then toggle to limit orders, and now you can set limit trades from your wallet on these assets really simply, and you don't have to do any like long or short selling. But when I'm talking about setting a short sell platform or setting a short, this is what I'm doing. Short selling, and then let's see, am I even on? Yeah, I guess. Oh, here we go. Look at this. My ETH is back in profit. I'm at 73% profit on this short. But Lewis, if you look at your short where it says net value, if you mouse over that, it'll or wait, not if you look at collateral, if you mouse over your collateral, it'll tell you what you're earning. And so
I
this
don't
fee this
I don't have
this
that
position.
screen that pops up. Like mine just shows
Oh,
like how do you show that? Like mine just shows
let's
like
see.
I'm talking about like the little bar where it doesn't show all that details. It
Yeah,
just has
this
like
is this is the little bar. It's just made like here. Let's see if it'll look like that for
Oh,
you.
you're just zoomed in.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's not
if you
doing it
mouse
for
over
me.
the collateral here, it'll pop up, and you see this position is earning the green number there, $2.28 per 24 hours. Right now, I also owe $4 per 24 hours, so I'm actually negative right now. But you can see above that where it says accrued funding fees. That's from the entire time the shit's been open. And if you
Oh,
go over
nice.
to the
Yeah, I'm up.
claim,
I have $21 for funding fee and minus $3 for borrow fee.
yeah. So yeah, this shit pays you to hold short. So we actually make money just to hold this.
Well, that's good if it ever.
Same goes for this Bitcoin one. So look, this Bitcoin one is paying me $10 a day just to hold the position. You can see I've made $55 holding it since the last time I adjusted. So when I cut a little bit of this position, it claimed them. And if I go to claims, you can see I can claim the ones that it already made claimable. So I have $110 claimable and $84 still like waiting to become claimable once I close these positions. And that's just from holding these positions open. And you can also see the positions that I've taken here are at leverage of 0.96. So the liquidation price is well over $1 million for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. These positions are not going to get liquidated, unless Ethereum pumps to like $10 million, which it won't. So yeah, let's see. Do you reduce your collateral Bitcoin short using long profits over last week? So yeah, what you can do with a like GMX like this, you can open more than these. You can open longs. So like while these were open, I was trading long, and I've closed the longs. And I can take now the profits, and you can with a position like this, you can add to it. For example, like let's say if I took some ETH and I wanted to short, like add to my Bitcoin short. I could do this, set market, set like 0.1, add collateral or add leverage, and then you can see here how it adjusts my open position. So you can see my entry price is changing, my liquidation price would change, and this would actually change my position. I can add to it. I can also come here. I can say adjust edit collateral. So I could withdraw. Like there's 0.22 Bitcoin in here. I could withdraw, let's say 0.1 Bitcoin if I wanted to go do something with this Bitcoin. And that would just change my leverage from 0.96 to 1.74. So I would be able to keep my existing entry price and everything the same while pulling my collateral back out. I can also add more collateral. If I add more, I can reduce my leverage and increase my liquidation price to infinity here in A. So you can, doing this stuff, instead of using a broker, doing this stuff from your wallet on the blockchain at something like GMX gives you a few advantages over using a broker. For one, you probably noticed already, I'm not limited here to trading first in, first out. I can open a short, then I can open another short, and then I can open another short. And then when the market moves, I can close the last short I opened in profit while the first two shorts stay open. At most exchanges, when you trade leverage positions, you're limited to first in, first out order processing, which means I can open a short, I can open another short, I can open another short, and now if I want to close one short, I have to close the first short I opened. So the one that's furthest out of the money would have to be my first close. I don't have to do that on something like GMX. That alone is a huge benefit The other thing is, this is cheap as hell. I mean, like Lewis said, and like I've showed, I'm getting paid to hold these positions. Like most of the time, when you hold a leverage position on an exchange, you're paying interest hourly. Here, because I'm not borrowing from an exchange, I'm borrowing from people who are trading short or who are trading long. I don't have to pay interest; they're paying me interest, and that's kind of like the beauty of using on-chain exchanges like this. Plus, like you can see, these positions aren't small. Like 0.22 ETH is $14,000. You can make, I've done 6 figures trades on here with very little price impact. You can make very large trades because there's deep liquidity here. If I look at here, you can see in the LP here, $355 million available for trading. So this is not like some tiny little operation, some nonsense. Like this is, do you ever go higher leverage? So this, for a position like this, these have been open for multiple weeks now, and I was negative like $2,000 on this Bitcoin one at the peak of Bitcoin's price, for example. But again, they don't have a liquidation, so I was like, I don't really care. I know Bitcoin's going to come back to a range where I can close this. I don't have to sell it. But what I will do on a position once it's in profit like this, if I see like today after the daily close, after the retest, if I see that we're continuing down, what I will do for a position like this is come here, edit the collateral, remove, like go to withdraw and remove maybe like half of it, which pushes me to 2x, and then I'll take that half and add a more like 2x short on top of this to basically double the amount of short and double my leverage while already being in profit. And then as I open that position, which now is higher leverage, I'm already in profit, and I will set a stop loss position in profit. And the way you can do that here, just since we're already talking about GMX, if I check this box here for chart position, you can see right here, that's where I opened my short. And you can see it's now in profit. So if I want it to be like, okay, right around here at whatever that price is, it's so small I can't see it from back here. But if I want to create a stop loss, all I need to do here is say close, take profit / stop loss. I want to close this entire position at $33,015. And then if that price target that I've just set, well, right now it's outside of the range, this creates a take profit order, which will trigger if I hit my price. But what if I set this to 30? Now it knows, what's the current price here? Okay, so we'll do like 35. So now it knows that this is a stop loss order. So as long as you, depending on if you're setting above or below the current spot, it will automatically set the correct order for you. And if I now set this at 33.35 and say create stop loss, it'll create at 33.35 an order that if the market rebounds to that target, it'll close my position in profit at that point. And because this position is collateralized in ETH, it'll close it, as you can actually see here. It'll close it. Let's do market 34, whatever.
Bigwig's asking, do you ever go higher leverage on higher confidence trades?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I will do it if I'm already in profit. I'll increase leverage, but only if I can increase leverage while simultaneously setting a stop loss in profit. I'm not a big fan of like swinging with a huge leverage position and hoping I hit my mark. I'm more like to open positions at 1x or below, see that the position is correctly calling the direction, and then leverage into it when it's already in profit, so I can use that profit buffer to set a stop loss and still get out in profit should my position turn south. Leverage trading is really risky, and that is a good way to manage your risk. Like I said, Lewis and I have been short on these positions for weeks, and they were blood red in between, like deep, deep red. And it's not easy to hold on to positions that seem to be losing money, although it's also a tricky thing to like calculate because the money that you're losing is based on, because I'm collateralized in ETH and Bitcoin. It's based on just holding ETH or Bitcoin. So the actual dollar amount of this position, the net value, isn't going to change. Even if I'm down $10,000 on this, it'll still be worth $14,000. Same goes for the other direction. If I'm up $10,000, it's still only worth $14,000. Because what I'm actually exposed to here is the ETH and the Bitcoin price, and these positions effectively off-risk my risk of these assets from the cash into the crypto. Let's see. In the end, your stop loss will be in a loss with a part you open. Yes, Wapaka, you're right. It would be in the loss if I did that, and that's where the funding fees come in. Where if we can see no claim, I will have at the very least made almost $200 in funding fees. So even if I close this at a wash, which would effectively be a slight loss over open and close fees, my funding fees at this point more than cover any sort of wash trade here. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of difficult to do well, but you can also see you can go up to 150x and go fucking nuts if you want to be stupid. And you can do it all from your wallet, and it's all like up to you. So this is kind of a platform I'm a big fan of. Also, if you don't want to trade, you can come to the Earn tab, and you can just supply liquidity to the pools that people are trading against. So, just like any other DEX, you can be like, oh, I want exposure to Solana. Well, you could just drop into the Solana USD pool, and it earns about 33% APR from people trading against it. Of course, there is the risk of, traders doing excessively well against the pool, because the pool is the counterpart. The pool pays out the winnings to the traders. On the same risk profile, though, the pool wins the losses that traders make. So if someone comes in here, makes $1 million bet against Solana and gets liquidated, the liquidity pool is what gets that $1 million. And if you're supplying to the liquidity pool, you're the one who is the upside of that loss. So this is an interesting way to do that. And then the other thing is all of the open and close fees, 30% of the fees are paid to people who stake GMX token. So you can see I have a little bit of GMX token staked here. That earns me about 8.3%, and this is paid in Ethereum. So this is a fun way to just earn more Ethereum. There's only 13.5 million total GMX tokens. Personally, I'm a big fan of this. Like, this is an easy way to just own the protocol, earn some of the protocol fees, and kind of let this sit on autopilot. But
Can we do a giveaway?
Way off.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm way off topic. So let's try to backtrack with a giveaway.
I'm gonna do giveaway.
Wapaka says smart way for managing positions. Yes, absolutely. It took me years to make a strategy that actually worked. When I first found out about these type of they're called perpetual future contract markets, where you're leveraging long and short, I did ape in and tried 100x leverage moves, and it's fun, and I won some of those trades and made good money. But most of the time, a good way to describe it is you're picking up pennies in front of a steamroller. You can pick up a bunch of those pennies, but when that steamroller catches up, you're finished. It doesn't matter how many pennies you collected, you're done, dead. And that's how it feels to trade with high leverage. It might work 99 out of 100 times, but the one time it doesn't, you're all of that 99 is gone. And it's just not the type of thing I want to put effort into when that effort can be erased in a second. So the real challenge to trading with leverage is risk management. And risk management is a lot easier when you're doing what I'm doing and using less than 1x. So I'm short sold Bitcoin with Bitcoin as collateral and only 1x leverage. Basically, if Bitcoin goes up, so does my collateral, and my liquidation risk doesn't change. But it also gives me the ability to sit in a short sentiment position, protect my capital, the dollars that the Bitcoin was worth, and once the Bitcoin market does move in the direction I want, I can then increase my leverage while already having a profit buffer to exit that position again. It's maybe a little high concept for our stream, but I appreciate people being interested. Yeah, Wapaka says that's why last year I've been doing spot only. That is no liquidation. It's slower than well-managed leverage trading. Way slower, but also you can't get rocked And like we've just said, it is just so disheartening to spend sometimes months of effort working towards, making profits as a trader, and then seeing those profits annihilated in a single move, like, for multiple months at a time. That's really, really difficult. And that is what like leverage trading will happen. Whereas when you're just buying spot, like Wapaka is saying, that's basically, you're holding Bitcoin or ETH, and sure, they can drop below what you paid for them, but you'll never not have the Bitcoin or ETH. And then that, in the same way, I guess if I can change the conceptual understanding of what I'm doing with this short selling, you could think of it like this: when you buy one Ethereum for, let's say, $3,000, you now have 1 unit of Ethereum, and its value is $3,000. As the value of that $3,000 changes, your amount of Ethereum never does. So let's say ETH goes up to $5,000, you still have 1 ETH. Now it is worth 5,000. So the net value of your position is changing, but the ETH is never changing, right? You bought the ETH, it's there. When you short sell 1 Ethereum collateralized by itself by 1 Ethereum at, let's say again, at $3,000, you now have a position that's worth $3,000 and is collateralized by 1 Ethereum. Now, if Ethereum were to go up to, again, I guess for easy math, let's say it doubles, it goes to $6,000. My position is still worth $3,000. The dollar amount won't change, but now the 1 ETH would only be worth half of an ETH. If instead, let's say ETH drops to 1,500, my position is still only worth $3,000, but now it's worth $3,000, which is represented by 1.5 ETH, and therefore, or I'm sorry, by 2 ETH, and therefore, creating a short sell position the way I have created it is a way to effectively basically sell your exposure to the volatile price movement of Bitcoin or Ethereum without actually selling the Bitcoin and Ethereum. Because opening a short position collateralized by my, $15,000 in Ethereum is not the taxable event of selling $15,000 in Ethereum. I've opened a short, I am paying interest. It's not a taxable sale event where I now have to pay gains taxes. And when I close that position, it becomes a buy order, and again, not a taxable event. And so trading, when you trade like Bitcoin back and forth as often as I like to do it, you can put up potentially millions of dollars of trade volume. And if you're having to pay capital gains tax on every one of those sales, that can add up to a shit ton of money in taxes. When you instead collateralize your asset and short sell it in a perpetual future contract, you're no longer triggering that same taxable event. And I think we've gone way higher concept than I ever intended to go on this stream. So I'll just leave it at that.
We got a new Grubfish farm up. Exclamation point Neon if you want to join. I'm gonna go check. Something said a package arrived and I don't see it, so I'm gonna go check the downstairs, but I'll be right back.
Yeah, and I will. Let's see. What do we want to do? I was still trying to figure out what we want to do with the rest of our Wax wallet for this week. So we've claimed our Woofy rewards. Haven't done anything with them yet, but we've claimed our Woofy rewards. We have Wax Booty. We have Wax Neon still cooking. And looking at these time frames, we still have fat runway. So we have 17 days left minimum for these big farms, and we're going to check in on this in 7 days. I'm pretty happy with the way, both Wax Neon and Wax Booty have performed this past week. Looking at our chart here, let's look at Wax Booty and Wax Neon real quick. Both of them are in kind of like rising against Wax. I'll talk a little bit about what happened with Neon's price, because I feel like I had a little bit of a hand in that yesterday. Kind of unintentional. I honestly didn't think that like a meme coin I made would actually gain any traction at all, but we'll see what happened there. But first, let's look at WX Booty, and you can see here on the daily chart, Wax Booty. Look at this, just a nice big pump again. You love to see it. It looks like, it's going well. I was poking around their Discord too. There is not like a clear distribution model of how the tokens, like if there's a cap to how many tokens can be minted at a time or whatever. I wasn't super sure of. But it's definitely an active community. I love the idea of like doing a revenue share with like a Twitch stream and with like a collection based on, you know, this token that you use to buy and blend into different pirate like themed NFTs. It was all kind of fun. I'm still like having a blast with this, and as long as this APR is this high, I see no reason to cut my exposure to this one. Let's farm this for next week. With Wax, with Neon, I kind of feel the same way. Neon doesn't have a way of being distributed or minted other than, you know, us doing pack drops or us doing airdrops. And we did recently do an airdrop, but we also simultaneously added Woofy rewards to the pool, which have drawn a lot more buy pressure than sell pressure for the Neon token. Also, the airdrop or the collab stuff that we were dropping is relatively like desirable from the community that we partnered with. So not most people aren't just dumping it and selling it for Neon. So it's not really pumping a bunch of new Neon into circulation. And then I also made a meme coin yesterday, which I can go over once I finish setting up our stuff. But either way, I don't feel obligated to ditch out on this, and I do think that we still have, you know, 81 days of runway left for these rewards, over 100% APR. I'm happy with both these farms. The last thing I want to check on is our Wax with the Woof. And I think Woof has also been doing crazy well compared to Wax. And I honestly, I kind of expect it to continue to do so. But let's see. Oh, I love what you're doing in France. Wapaka says, for now in France, only moving back into fiat triggers taxable events, but they're discussing about adding a rule for stable coins for next year. That sucks. Moving into any, like basically selling into anything in the US is considered a taxable event. So that's why, you know, part of why I like to explore this kind of like, I'm not selling, I'm collateralizing a short position. And that is actually a tax credit because I'm now paying interest potentially. And then the funding fee I'm making, that is not even a gain, that is considered income. So depending on how much income you make in the US, if you don't make a whole lot of income, like I don't make a whole lot of income actually working, the income I make from funding fee stuff is tax free up until I get to like $32,000 a year or something. So there's a lot of ways to do taxes, but man, you gotta know what the fuck the tax code is in your jurisdiction before you kind of like start moving millions of dollars in crypto back and forth over and over again. Because you can be stuck with a bill that, you know, just bankrupts you entirely. So here we go. We're looking at the Wax pool versus Woof. This is the 15-minute chart in the last time while we've been streaming, Woof has just been flying in terms of Wax. But let's go to the daily chart. We don't want to look that close at it. And you can see it doesn't really show many signs of slowing down. I wouldn't be surprised to see Woof pull back a bit and then continue up like that. But man, I don't mind. I would like to stay in this pool. And so let's just take a look at not the staked only section. Are we still getting the best deal for our Wax Woof liquidity? And the reason we went into Taco Swap last week was because of the APR difference. So looking at the meal pool at staked here, we can see that on Taco Swap, we're making 24.8% APR, and we still have 86 days left here. So easily we can let this ride for next week, as long as 24.8% isn't significantly less than what we can actually get over here. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to toggle the staked only. I might need to... What? It's taking a little time to think. I feel like I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna refresh this page. Alcor's been a little chunky for me right now. And I'm gonna toggle this off. Okay. So I want to see, is there a Woof Wax farm on Alcor that's outpacing the 24.8% that were being offered by Taco Swap? And the answer is no, not even fucking close. 10%. So just to be sure, because we're looking at the 0.03% pool, I can type in Woof up here to kind of like filter, and I don't see any other Woof Wax pairs. ZBK, nope, no. So we're more than doubling the APR yield we would be if we farmed over here. So we're gonna stay over here for now. So the only last thing we need to decide is what do we do with our Woof that we made from last week? Do we want to compound it into this 10% pool, Or do we take it and put it into some of our maybe one of our other pools here? Wax Booty and Wax Neon both kind of being contenders for that. Let's also look if I go to farms, I'd like to see if there is any new pools that have maybe a really high APR that I can ape into. And I'm not just going to look on Alcor for that. I'm going to look on Alcor and on Taco in a second. But let's just take a look really quick on Alcor. We have nothing that's jumping out at me more than like, you know, this one, which we're already in. Here we go. 389 is a lot.
That's what Pigwig just said. You should check out STM/Woof or STM/Wax. They have some nice APRs. It's got some new shoes in the mail. Well, new used. This is my first time buying used shoes on the internet. I was kind of worried they're gonna be fucked up. Giving them the smell test. Smells like Payless, like the inside of Payless. Like this is.
That's not the worst.
No, it smells like new shoes. Like this smells like nobody's ever worn it. It's crazy.
So SDM, Pigwig, you're right. SDM in my yield farming wallet, which I can pull up after we do all this stuff. I can show you what I have in my own wallet. SDM and Wax and SDM Woof are two of my big positions there as well. SDM is a token that comes from the what was the name of that game again? Hold on, it'll come to me. Oh, will it come to me? What was the name of that game, Lewis? Do you remember? From the SDM token. It's you know what? I bet you if I look at the contract address, I'll find it. It is Dark Country. Pigwig already said it. Yeah, Dark Country. I actually had some NFTs from Dark Country back in the day, and I played that game, SDM, and it was pretty cool. And that was like years ago already, and they're still around. And like their token hasn't been like, you know, so looking at the daily chart, their token hasn't been like around for. I guess Woof hasn't been around forever with it, but their token hasn't been. Let's do a quick comparison of it in Wax. It hasn't been like doing much of craziness other than just climbing as well. So this is another one where here we can see, you know, this is quite an old token at this point. So, we're on the hour chart. Let's go to the daily chart. And let's just right click and say reset chart view. There we go. So here you can see the SDM token in terms of Wax has existed for quite a while. Here we are way back in May 2023, and you can also see its trajectory being pretty aggressively upwards. I'm not super familiar with the tokenomics of this one, but I like this chart. And
they didn't even back when we were playing, they didn't even have a token. The token's like a whole.
Yeah, exactly. They used to, but I like the way the chart looks now anyway, and I like almost 300% APR. And we got to keep in mind, all of this Woof is just rewards we made. So this is just a play on the rewards we're already earning, not really assuming new risks. So I feel like we can do this. And so let's do it. We're going to take 50% of our Woof, and we're going to swap it into this amount of SDM. And now we're going to jump back over here. I'm going to click on this drop down and say add liquidity. That is going to bring me over here. I like to be on infinite range. I'm just going to say max. Make sure I have enough to cover the counterpart. Looks like I do. Add liquidity. And just like that, we're going to be farming another 300% APR pool. But very limited risk, because this is only money that we've earned from, or tokens rather, that we've earned from yield farming with our existing positions. Our existing positions still looking pretty solid. Yeah, and I think that's all I want to do with this wallet for this week. Let me log out really quick, and I'll show you my yield farming wallet since we talked about those.
I'm so stoked on my new shoes. No, nobody in the chat probably cares, but I've been wearing those shoes for probably like 4 or 5 years. They're my favorite pair of shoes. They don't make them anymore, so they're very hard to find. I found a used pair on eBay, but they're like in perfect condition. So I feel like I just got like a new pair of shoes that you can't buy anymore that are my favorite pair of shoes. So happy about that. Nice. I wore those shoes out so hard. Like, I don't know. I wear everything until it fucking like falls apart. Like my shirts have to have like crazy holes in them. I don't throw away clothing very often. Socks.
Give me a hell yeah!
Socks are like the only thing I really throw away consistently. Socks, when they get holes, I'm done with socks. Past the age of whole socks. Holy
Yeah.
socks.
So here you can see, I mean, here's my wallet, by the way. So you can see there's still a stake all positions. So I'm not staking my Wax and Neon, even though I have quite a bit of it in this wallet. But here you can see the other ones I am staking. And so I do just like what we're doing with our sample wallet here. I'm pretty much just following along. So you can see here, Wax Booty. I actually, with this wallet, I own almost 15% of this reward pool. The SDM Wax pool, I own also almost 14% of that pool. And then the SDM Wolf one we just joined, I'm about 3.6% of this one. So I have a pretty decent sized stakes in these. And then just like us, with our wallet here, if we go to liquidity and look at where our DeFi, well, it's all in Wax Wolf here. And just like that on my personal wallet for yield farming, I'm also in Wax Wolf on Taco Swap, because guess what? That's where the rates are the best. And as much as I say, it's like we can do this stuff that we do here on stream every day. We can do this with like a very small amount of money. It's no big deal to like do it with like $10 or whatever. You can see that from this wallet. We can do the same positions also with 10,000 Wax on the Wax side, 250 million Woof. So like I own 3% of this pool already. So like all of those positions that we're doing on the Wax DeFi wallet here, Wax Wednesday, I'm following along on my yield farming wallet with with actual liquidity. And that's fun. I don't know. I enjoy that. Especially because these positions that we're talking about scale. Oh, Rock Metal wants to see your shoes.
I can pull them out in a second.
That's funny. But yeah, and then I guess the other thing, like part of what happened, I think, with Neon yesterday, part of that pump I wanted to like clarify was I made a meme coin yesterday just for fun. I called it FTW, and then I created a liquidity farm, which I think that was where the confusion, or where I think my mistake actually came in. I shouldn't have made a farm that was paired with Wax, with Neon, because I think that potentially misrepresents the affiliation of the meme coin with Neon Space, which I didn't intend or think about, honestly. But you can see here, like FTW Neon, I made a little like 10 million Wolf pool for a month. And so it has a little bit of like an APR boost for this FTW token. I also made Wax and a Wolf pool from the initial wallet when I launched it. And the way that this token worked was basically I minted 1 billion tokens, and then I took 50% of them, so 50 million of them, and put them into the liquidity pool paired with Wax, Woof, and Neon. It was 125 million paired with Neon, 125 million paired with Woof, and then 250 million paired with Wax. So basically 50% of the liquidity was Wax based, and then 25 each for Woof and Neon. And then I made these little farms, and also the Wax and the Woof side of the liquidity are both 1% pools, while the Neon side is a 0.3%, which the idea was that, Wax to Neon, Neon to FTW is now only 0.6%, while Wax to FTW is 1%. So hopefully driving then volume through the Wax Neon pool was the end goal. Either way, I didn't expect for the FTW token to actually gain kind of traction. FTW, like I put it out there, I kind of like stealth launched it. I just put it out there, put it in the liquidity pool. 50% of the token supply was available, and then I didn't really announce it anywhere. So it's like up to whoever wants to do whatever the fuck they want to do with it. And then I guess since yesterday, if we look at, this is in terms of Woof, so it's outpacing Woof because it's dropping in terms of Woof. But if I look at in terms of Wax, since yesterday, it really kind of like pumped as people were just like aping into it without knowing anything about it, which I guess is the state of meme coins in general. So I could have been a little more careful to not affiliate it with Neon Space. But the whole concept of the token was, FTW. If we look at it here, you can see I made it from the FTW wallet. That wallet still holds half of the total supply. So there's 500,000 tokens still chilling in there. And then if we look at the FTW token now that it's been launched for maybe 24 hours, 23 hours or so, you can see there's 1 billion total supply. They're all minted already. And the distribution is half of them are sitting in the minting wallet. About a quarter of them now, which used to be half of the total supply, because initially I made it half of it was in the liquidity pool, half of it sat in the wallet. And now it looks like people have been buying up chunks of it. This is what's left in the liquidity pool. And somebody even owns like 10% of the total supply now. Somebody bought 100 million. Which I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I don't plan to like dump it on anybody, or like I just like the idea of having like a meme token. And I bought the wallet FTW years ago, thinking it'd be fun to have FTW on a gaming blockchain. Since then I reached out to Wombat, who owns FTW on the EOS network, and when you make a wallet on EOS through Wombat's app, it's a .ftw wallet. And so I thought maybe they would be interested in owning the FTW extension on Wax, and I reached out to them and I offered them to buy it off me for the same price that I paid for it during the auction when I bought the rights to it. So I wasn't trying to like gouge them. I was just like, hey, if you want to spend, I think I spent 4,000 wax on it. So I was like, I'd give it to you for 4,000 wax. And they weren't really interested. And so then I was like, whatever, I'll do something fun with it. And I think creating a meme coin on a gaming blockchain called FTW is fun. My plan for the foreseeable future is to just kind of like dick around with it. I'm probably not gonna fuck with the like 500,000 that's in this wallet for a while. And if I can build it into a token that people like and are messing around with, then I guess the goal would be to, not have it collapse on those people, because I don't know. I think that's shitty. And then personally, I think it's so easy to make a token on any blockchain. And the reason why a lot of people who buy into meme coins in general end up getting burned is because the meme coins themselves have like crazy vesting schedules, or they do like, dump a shit ton of tokens on their early holders. And I feel like my experiment for this kind of idea here was, what if you just make a meme coin, sell half of the total supply in the liquidity pool, and then just not dump it and see, just like let it live and not tank it to zero. So we'll see if it does anything other than just hang out. But either way, it's fun, and I have half of the supply left. So if Meta Battler is a big hit and I like it, then it'll be something where I can be like, hey, I'd like to donate 10 million of these FTW tokens to your prize pool or something like that, just to support maybe more independent creators on Wax. But there's no white paper, there is no roadmap. It is just for fun. And if you see it out there and it got confused by the affiliation with it being incentivized for the neon pair, that's my mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I think that's I could have created the neon pair without creating the incentives, and then it would have not been visible the way it's visible now, even though you still have to kind of search for it. I think the visibility here is it was a misstep. I apologize. I don't mean to make it seem like Neon Space is creating a meme token. That said, if we do go back to the distribution of our FTW token, you can see when I first minted it, I sent 2.5% of the supply to Give.Neon as well, just for fun. If we wanted to do some giveaways with it, that's great. If we don't, it can literally just sit there forever. I don't care. Like I said, it was for fun. My goal is not to dilute the supply on the market or to make anybody feel like they're getting screwed by buying into it, aping into something. And I think the main way that happens in the general crypto market for meme coins is that meme coins are launched usually with like 10% or less of their liquidity in circulation. And then over time, more and more liquidity gets released and sold into the market. And those tokens can't withstand that sell pressure. And so I figured if I sell a token, like, the fair launch is like, it's just a stealth launch. I literally just put it into the liquidity pool and didn't announce it anywhere. I didn't tell people to buy it, didn't do anything with it, except for, I guess, I made those LPs with the LP rewards. But basically, my plan is now every week, since I own a wallet that holds a majority of the what is it called, liquidity. My plan is to collect the fees that I've earned from farming that liquidity from people trading it, and then use those fees to further incentivize the pool, rather than issuing new tokens or distributing tokens from the 500 million that are sitting in the contract wallet. Those I think are really just gonna chill out until I have like a way to distribute them that won't affect the price negatively.
You also should say can't control what other people are doing, because even if you're not selling your 50%, there's some person that owns 10% right now.
Somebody
For all you know, if you buy in right now, that person might dump their 10% on you. So
yeah,
like
I can't stop this person from doing anything. They have 100 million of my 1 billion total tokens.
yeah. So
and this morning when I woke up, I actually was like, you know what? I should buy myself a few more of these tokens just to have more than 50%. And it was already like 12x from when I launched it, which is wild. But it's also, I don't know, it's a fun name. It's a meme coin, and it's not meant to be anything other than fun. And if it's fun for people to like speculate by, having 100 million new tokens that launched on day one of them launching, that's cool. And honestly, like, there's so much trash out there. My goal is to not make more trash. And like, I think it's just fun more than anything. And I think I don't know, if someone wants some tokens, hit me up in Discord, especially people who are part of our community already.
I just want to do say that just because your intention is to not have it dumped doesn't mean it can't dump from all the people that bought it. Like, you don't control the market. So
yeah.
In our not financial advice, I don't know if you saw I added we've got a not financial advice, and we have the NFT banner, but I'm going to switch over to solo cam. I want to show off my shoes real quick, but I have to make a new thing for it. So we are nothing right now. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Where the fuck is webcam?
Yeah, most Solana meme coins are rugged in the first hour. So many meme coins are rugged so fast, and then other ones, especially on Wax lately. I love Woof, but then there's so many other ones on Wax that have like weird taxes and weird shit that I'm just like, I don't know. Personally, I don't like all the BS. And so I was like, I don't know. I own this FTW extension wallet. I can make a token called FTW that's deployed by the wallet FTW, which on its own feels credible to me. And then I can, release it by simply like stealth launching it, the liquidity. And that seems less scummy to me than basically anything I've seen on Wax. So I was like, let's just see how that goes. And for me, it's like, it's a fun experiment. And I'm not trying to do it as a way to like suck Wax out of the community. But that doesn't mean that people who have bought into it early aren't going to do that. I would say it's unlikely to fall below its launch price, but it's already 12x from that price. So maybe don't, I would say financial advice, don't fuck with these stupid tokens. It's literally just a shit coin.
Okay. I couldn't figure out how to make my thing widescreen without fucking up my current one, so I'll do this.
Are we going to see the shoes?
I'll show the old shoes. This is the original pair. You can see there's straight up like dust on them. Bottoms are pretty beat up. It's the inside that got fucked up more than the bottoms though. These are really well made shoes, which is why I wanted to buy a second pair. Like, they didn't fall apart. The inside was worn for me walking in them too much. You can see like get some top down action. Have you seen there? That's where my heel goes. They're supposed to be the brand of the shoe right there. It's just a fucking black gunk. So I've been walking in it for so long. But like, I completely wore it out. Can't even see what the type of shoe is. And then, but yeah, this is the old shoe. Honestly, like, it held up pretty good, which is again why I'm buying it again. It's not like I ripped a hole in it, so I need to buy a new one. It's like I've been wearing this for like 5+ years, and there's just nothing left on the inside for padding and support the arches of my shoe. I've been trying to walk for like an hour every day, and like, it's just like my feet hurt super bad every time I walk. And then I was like Googling like, how often do you replace running shoes? And people are like, every 6 months. It's like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for 5 years. I should probably get new shoes. New one looks exactly the same, but still white on the bottom. Like, even though these are used, these are in phenomenal condition. And the part that like really sold me is the inside. If you look at the here. This is what it should look like on the inside. It says Clark's.
They don't even make this shoe anymore, huh?
No, they stopped making the shoe. Let me Google it. But I thought they said 2016, which means this could be actually like 8 years old. But I feel like there's no way I was wearing these shoes for 8 years.
This is part of Lewis's vintage outfit.
Yeah, like you can see, it actually says the brand name Clark's. You couldn't even see that on mine because my heel just like killed the shit out of it. But yeah, these were new shoes. They're $100 new, and I got it for $30 used on eBay. So like, I feel like I got an almost new shoe for a third of the price. I feel like I got a steal on these guys.
Like $30 for even like any shoe that you like. That's a steal.
I really like it because if you see it's mesh, so these are super light. Like it feels like you're almost not wearing a shoe. I don't know. It's like they're super comfortable. They're super light, and this is what I worked when I was working on set. Like every time I work on set, I wear these because I feel like it just like is easier on my feet. Like I don't like working like work boots or anything. Those fuck up your feet if you're standing for like 12 hours. I just have like shit on my lip. Got the big screen up.
What's EOFY an acronym for? End of fiscal year? That's what I mean. I'm maybe too financially minded, but
That
that's
seems
what
like
it makes
it's
me think.
right. End of financial year, yeah.
Let's go. That is it.
Now let's see. They're the Clark's Trigenic, I think they're called. Fine when these were like released. Clark's. They're called something else though. Let me go. Clark's. Triken was the name of them.
Prince Paradox says that Clark's are from JCPenney. Is that like a JCPenney store brand?
I think Clark's is from the UK.
Okay. I mean, I know JCPenney carries a bunch of like pretty mainstream name brands. You can buy like.
Let's see. Here's
Lacoste or
Clark's.
whatever there.
Let's see. Let me just Google. Where's Clark's from? England. It's founded by Cyrus Clark in the village of Street, Somerset, England. So I was right. They're from the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the Clark's Triken, which they haven't.
Have you checked their like contemporary lineup? Did you want?
Yeah, they don't
newer
have.
ones?
That's why I was like. Also, they're like. I don't know here. When was Clark's Triken discontinued? I can find that information.
Interesting. Rip the fallen footwear.
If they're from like 2018, the sneaker review. So my guess is they ran from 2018 to 2019. That's my problem. So that's about right, like 5-6 years ago. Yeah, I've been wearing them like this is also my main shoe. I wear it like 90% of the time. So it's crazy they've lasted this long. But I can show you their contemporary stuff. They don't really make sneakers. That's why like they make kind of like upscale shoes, like leather shoes and shit. And they're kind of like they're like upscale but comfortable, because a lot of times when you get like dress shoes, they're uncomfortable as fuck. Clark's whole thing is they look fancy but they're comfortable on the inside.
Oh.
But if you look at the like sneakers and then gender, they only have 29 men's sneakers.
Oh, I miss the Onitsuka Tigers too, KY. Those are fucking great.
Actually, this looks like my
That's
fucking
sad-
thing.
sad day that
I
they
didn't see this the other
discontinued.
night when I looked at it.
I think sometimes you can get lucky at Ross and at Ross Dress for Less and find some Onitsuka still, but you'd have to get real lucky these days. It's been a long time now.
Yeah, this is what a lot of their stuff looks like. If you look at like they got like leather
okay.
shoes where it's like
Yeah.
it looks
still look
nice,
cool.
but then it's a little more comfortable. This is also like $109.
That's
That's what I was looking at.
terrible.
Like these kind of looks like the modern version of what I was wearing, but these are like $80. So I was like, I don't know if I can get a basically new shoe for $30, and I know I like it. So I don't know if I like these new ones as much. Although
Shoe
I
shopping
literally,
is- yeah, that's still something I go to the store for so you can try them on.
I literally didn't see this. Like this was not on the site when I checked 2 or 3 days ago. So this must be new. But this looks
one
more
looks
like what
pretty
I
z-
had. But this
Yeah,
one doesn't
that
have
looks comfortable.
shoelaces. This one's like a slip-on.
That might even be better though.
It's got
I don't know.
different tread,
Shoelaces
too.
are fine.
Like it's definitely different. I don't know. Maybe this is good. But then this is also $80. So this is like $50 more than I spent. So like, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with the shoe I got for like I know I like this shoe. And honestly, I'll look on eBay again and I'll be fucking I'll be hoarding the shoe if I can find more like new used for a good price. Like I really like the shoe that I got, the Triken. And then I also got And I honestly don't like them as much. I got another pair just because I was like, I didn't know how fucking beat up these were going to be. Which they're in really good condition, but I got like a, let me grab. I like the way they look, but they're not quite as comfortable as the Clarks.
Yeah. I was texting in me and Rock Metal and Wapaka are still talking about like token taxes. But yeah, the issue I have with that tax is 5% every time the token moves, not when you sell it, when you move it from wallet to wallet. Like if you open a liquidity position, if you move it from one wallet to another, if you do like all of that shit, 5% every time.
These are the other shoes I got. And these I think look fucking sick. They're Brooks. I've never even heard of the brand Brooks, but I did a bunch of fucking Googling. I was like, what's the best running shoe? And like Brooks came up on like almost all of them. And this is their cheapest model, is like $60. I'm cheap as fuck. I'm like $60 for shoes is a lot for me. So I like that $30 price range that I got. But these are pretty comfortable. The thing I don't like is there's like it like dents in, like when I walk, it like pulls against the fabric and you can feel it moving up and down. It's like, I don't know, it's a pretty minor like thing, but it's not as form-fitting as the other shoe that I have. But these are, I've been using these for my daily walk. I like them. They're a little heavier too. Like the mesh and the heel isn't as light as the Clarks. The Clarks are so light when you're wearing them. But yeah, I like the way these look. These are like pretty sick. I think this is some gay thing too. It's like a fucking like LGBT artist. I didn't know that when I bought it. It was just like, which I guess it makes sense with all the rainbows and shit, but
it does look kind of like it's made up of like a collage of pride flags. At least that's what I think.
It came with this. It was like Run Proud collection.
That's
I was like,
I like the design though. Even
I
like
do too.
I feel like it looks cool even if you don't know the like implication.
Yeah, I don't know. My favorite pair of shorts I've ever had are called Uglies. They're like a rugby short, and they have a bunch of different patterns. Like they're called Uglies because they don't look very matching. But I'll show you those actually. Let me put these back.
That's funny. It looks like we're gonna get a retest right after the daily close. Like I said, we'll see.
You can find these if anybody's from Australia or New Zealand and you see these. I've been looking for these for years. These they're made by a Australian Canberry, I think they're called, but they're like a rugby brand. But I've been like emailed the manufacturers like, hey, these are my favorite shorts I've ever fucking owned. Do you make these? And they're like, we haven't made these in like 15 years, and I have not been able to find these used in my size. But the waistband's 100% broken. The elastic doesn't work anymore, so I pretty much can't wear them. If I put a cell phone in the pocket, they just fall down. I can only wear them with nothing in my pockets, which makes it not very effective shorts, but...
Right. Oh, here, let's see.
Still have in my laundry, but this was my favorite pair of shorts. I didn't know where they were from. I got them from Value Village, which is like just a used clothing store in Seattle. And I don't know, the look looked very 90s to me because it's just like a bunch of fucking weird patterns. Here we go, I'll put my solo cam on. It's like different size squares, all different colors. Shit just does not really match. Like, I don't know. They're called Uglies because they're supposed to look ugly, but I think they look fucking awesome. And these were my favorite shorts for like, I've had them for like 15 years, but I don't know, maybe, can you get someone to repair like the waistband? Like it's probably not worth that, but the waist is just fucked. Like the waist is all blown out. I've worn and washed them so many times.
Yeah.
They're there's not even a tag on it anymore, I don't think. I'm pretty sure it's Canterbury though. Let me check the on screen. We're a little off the rails, but why not?
Rock Metal says he'll hunt it down if you can find the tag.
My stepsister has like, she goes on like not eBay but used clothing websites, and she has like alerts set for this specific thing. So if she finds them, she'll buy them for me. She's like, I have not been able to find them, but it's Canterbury, I think. Canterbury rugby clothes. Here it is. Canterbury, like Canterbury. I think they're British, or they're also in Australia, which is like when I was contacting them, they're in Australia. But let's see. Watch them just have them. Like I've been saying, they're so hard to find, and like I haven't looked on the website in a couple minutes. The other thing is like I was thinking of buying some of their shit, but I had to import it from Australia, and it was going to cost like $75 for shipping. I was like, I don't know about that. How do I find shorts? Tracksuit bottom shorts. Yeah, they make like a lot of just rugby shit. Like, it's weird because I don't watch or like rugby, but for whatever reason, a rugby brand. Where's all the colors? This shit's also not cool compared to the ones I have. I kind of like the 2-color ones. When I was looking to buy some, I was gonna get some of the 2-color ones, where it's like 1 color on each side. But they're not cheap. It's like $40 and then or 40 pounds, and then like also that much for shipping or more. So I was like, I don't know if I'm trying to pay like $200 for 2 pairs of shorts. Like I don't like them that much. I just look on eBay for stuff. Canterbury Uglies shorts. I also love the name. Yeah, these are my uglies. They make shirt versions too, like polos. I would definitely rock these at some point.
Oh, that polo is pretty cool. I'd wear that.
I like the ugly style is fucking cool. That's kind of cool.
I like that top one.
This looks like swimming trunks. These are the ones I was gonna get though. They had like an ugly reissue, but only on the C for the Canterbury. They didn't have them on like the full uglies. Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't.
KY's got a point. You could take the shorts to the tailor and have them just like revitalize them.
Yeah, they're also pretty like stained and shit though too. They're heavily worn. Yeah, like I can never find them on eBay. One day a pair is gonna exist. I'll buy it, but I'd also totally get like the shirt at some point, because the shirt they reissue more often. Oh wait, they have an entire ugly section in Canterbury, USA. That's shipping that I would pay.
That shirt, like the second from the right, looks like it would fit with those shorts.
I don't think I'd wear them both at the same time. The thing, like, because you have so much shit going on with the shorts. I feel like your shirt needs to be like plain when you're wearing them. Same with like those shoes. Those shoes are so loud. Like, I wouldn't want to wear my uglies with those shoes that look like the uglies. It's just too much shit. Like, I can only have one. That's just my style though. Like, if I wore that shirt, I'd want like these pants that have like a little bit on the side, but they're like more. I don't love these shirts enough to pay $90 for them, but one day.
Oh, I guess I wanted to share one last thing before I forget, because I don't think it's super easy to find. But I did make a little like stake pool. If you did buy some of these FTW tokens, you can stake them and get some more.
Oh shit, first we gotta look at this. This is a compilation of uglies. Look at all these uglies. Such a weird style. I like these though. One day, I'll find those shorts again. I found one, like, I searched pretty hard for these. I found like a Facebook post for them in like the South somewhere from like 5 years ago, and I messaged that person. I was like, hey, do you know how to find more of these shorts? I'm sure you already sold these from 5 years ago, but like it was a rugby like sales shop in America. And they were like, no, sorry, like you can. Then they gave me their like, here's our contact to like the manufacturers at Canterbury, and then I hit them up. I was like, this looks like it. Is this a fucking sale? Why the fuck up? I think this might be actually my shorts.
Oh yeah, I think is that
But
the one
no.
that Pigwig found them
Where?
for sale. He's shared here. I'll send it to you in Discord. It's in the Twitch chat.
So are these the same or too different though? These are actually pretty sick.
I sent it to you in
Damn though,
Discord.
fucking $70. That ain't cheap. How badly do I like these? These are super sick though. And I feel like it's okay if they're a little different, because that's sort of the whole point of uglies, is like they all look different. Like when you search for uglies, the thing is that it's like, I think like the way they might have been made, I'm probably making this up entirely and this is not true, but I feel like it's like leftover fabric they had from multiple runs and they just like stitched all that shit together and that's what became the uglies. It was like, yeah, these are dope. Good find. And yeah, look, it's in Australia. I feel like that's where you're gonna find that shit.
Yeah, $70, and then if they last for as long as the previous pair lasts, then that's totally worth it.
I wonder how much the shipping is too, though, because this is from Australia. Free shipping on orders over $200, but that's only in Australia.
You just gotta get like 5 pairs.
I also, okay, add to cart. Let's see how much this would cost. These are sick, though. If I wasn't poor right now, I'd buy them. Oh, it's $70 Australian, so that's gonna be cheaper, right?
I'm honestly not sure what the exchange rate is.
I probably shouldn't type in my fucking address on stream. Odd to USD. That would be... Why can Google not just convert this?
I feel like
That'd be $46. That's now we're getting to a that's more realistic price. But my worry is shipping, because last time I checked, it's expensive as fuck to ship stuff out of Australia. I think it was literally like $70 to $100 to ship clothes from Canterbury.
damn, my cousins were just there. I should have told them to fucking get you a pair.
Because I know it's the same thing. Like if you try to buy a musical instrument in Australia, like you pay like $500 more than you in the US, because I've like talked to musicians on Reddit and shit, or they're like, yeah, like I'm trying to get anything that's not like a Fender or a Gibson, like anything that's a little weird, like the import prices are expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
But thanks for looking out. I don't know how you found this too. What did you type to find this? Did you just look on, do you know Steep Store?
He's a fucking wizard. He's a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard.
Medium and large too. I feel like that's my size. Too bad it's not closer to my birthday. I'd ask my parents to buy this for me. Buy me these uglies. I'm gonna save this. Save this link though. If I come up big on an NFT game or something, maybe I'll treat myself. All right, let's do a giveaway. Enough.
Yeah, let's do a giveaway, and then I gotta break away and eat something here.
You said cleaning and alteration for normal clothes. Those people do magic. Yeah, you could get them renewed for less than $10. That's in my price range. They're pretty fucked though. I think there's like pretty big grease stains and shit all over this. There's also like here there's like a weird like, I don't know if you can see that, there's like a brown spot. I don't know what that's from. But I don't know. I do like these shorts and they have sentimental value, so
You could try it. See, go get a quote.
yeah, I'm gonna wear nothing but uglies. I feel like that'd be my fucking like my look. I also feel like it's like I think I like them because nobody wears them. Like I've always been like, I don't know. I don't want to wear the shit that everybody else is wearing. Like I like fucking weird things, and because they're from Australia and rugby's not popular in America, like every time I wore those, people were like, I didn't even know what they were until someone's like, "Oh, do you watch rugby?" I was like, "Why are you asking me that, you fucking weirdo?" And they're like, "Because you're wearing rugby shorts." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." Like, but I wore them for years without knowing like what they were.
The guy was like, "You fucking rugby poser."
Yeah, stolen valor. But yeah, I was like, I didn't look into what they were until like they started falling apart, and I was like, "Oh, I want new ones of these." But I bought those in high school, so like I graduated high school in 2009. Those are like at least 15 years old. And I'd say maybe in the last like 2 or 3 years, they've kind of been like, I still wear them. Like, you know, when I said like I can't put my phone in my pocket, they're kind of like my laundry shorts now. I don't know if anybody else does that, where like I wear my worst clothes on laundry day because I've worn every other pair of shorts I have. So I just put on the ones where it's like, these aren't very functional. I also have Or these are my other laundry shorts. The waistband's broken, like entirely, so I just tie them super tight with the string, and they're like super fucking uncomfortable. But I wear these are my rugby shorts when I do laundry.
Damn.
Like was it Liz Lemon on 30 Rock? She wears like a bathing suit when she does laundry.
Yeah.
I feel like that's me IRL, and I'm like, yeah, I'm 100% of my clothing is dirty, so I will wear whatever's left.
Yeah.
Right, let's do this giveaway and land this plane. Get off the rails.
Yeah.
I can't do anything without getting off the rails.
Yeah, right. You wanna flash my screen really quick? I can show the
okay.
like farm I have. I made a nonsense farm. But it's like
Would
the
be
top
cool.
one
I don't
that
know how hard it'd be. Wapak is still in the chat, but I feel like an aggregator of yield would be fucking cool, where it's like you can like click, I have whatever what woof pools are there, and like have them show
Yeah.
Waxdow, Taco, and Alcor.
Yeah,
I don't know how
please.
difficult that would be, but that's a tool that doesn't exist on Wax that I think would be useful.
There's also shit like here, look at this. This one you can stake woof and earn woof. So if you're just holding woof in your wallet, that's not bad. Like I don't know who made this one, but hey. Rewards pool is active right now. It pays oh no, you earn PXJ it looks like. But you can stake woof and there's no risk of your woof amount going down. But anyway, if you do have some FTW, it's the same deal here. You can come here and stake them, and right now it pays out 41,000 FTWs per day. Which
The link you showed also is like a create farm. I'm sure people can find it from that link.
yeah, oh yeah. So if you do go to that, I think it by default comes to this create. You just have to go to the browse tab, and then you can see all the different farms that you can stake stuff, and you can see what other people have put up. So I put this one up, and you can see who makes it too. So you can see this is called For the Win by first.ftw. So you know who made the farm. So you can kind of like get a sense of like how official of a farm it is, because anybody can make a farm here. Like if you want to reward people, you know, wax for staking woof, you can make a woof farm, or you can make a farm like that here if you want. But either way, I made one anyway, and I added some. It runs for a whole year. So I might, I don't know, who knows? I might add some more shit to this. I still have some FTW in this wallet. But either way, there's like a weird interface to get to, because when I go on regular Waxdow and look like here, look, Waxdow. If I'm on regular Waxdow and then I go to like tokens or even to earn and then say token staking, it doesn't come up here. This is like a whole different interface. So like the way that I got to this was by going to tools, token farm creator, and then to the browse, and then there's a different like list of pools here. So I'm gonna have to reach out to Mike and let him know that there's some weirdness going on there. But if you're unaware, there is a bunch of pools that people have made, and you can stake different tokens. So if you have PXJ, you could stake your PXJ here. You could stake some Woof. You could stake Champ. You can stake, I don't know, this one. And now you can also stake FTW. But yeah, thanks for listening. Pow, pow, pow. Let's do a giveaway.
A second, I'm typing to Gaz from Crittercraft.
Yeah. But it is pretty cool. I might have to play with some of these other pools. The champ ones are made by, this is Recorier's wallet. I know Recorier's doing like some revamping of the tokenomics.
I probably totally missed this. Zolid was asking us questions in Discord. He's asking, where can you use Liquid Stake Wax? Because he hasn't seen DeFi projects using it.
Yeah, for now I think it's mostly like the Alcor, just to swap and trade it, or just to hold it instead of staking your own wax is kind of like the move. But you can always, you know, use wax on edge to swap from LSW into anything. But I think more than that, just holding it and staking it is kind of a move.
This is also, he's probably not even watching, whereas from an hour ago he said, what you're explaining about hedging your position, isn't it more or less the way USD pretends to stabilize its value? And then the last thing he said was, the Woofy Tap game promised they'll burn Woof with all the TON they're receiving to purchase their in-game boost. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that is cool. I feel like they probably are raising a decent amount of TON. I think a lot of people have bought the like auto tap bot.
I was told you can't get past a certain point in the game without paying. Like there's a paywall to be able to play it past a certain level, but I still haven't gotten to the Wolf Tap game.
Yeah, I think you can keep tapping if you want, but yeah, there is like if you level up, like for example, how many like points you get per tap or whatever. Once you get to level 11 with like the in-game tap currency, you have to start using like paid currency if you want to level it up to the
Honestly,
highest level.
it's great for Wolf if all of that shit just can be used to buy Wolf and then burn it. Like
It says 100% of the ton that they raise with the game they used to buy and burn.
that's also like the way that fucking games like game developers want to be making money. They need to find people who are just like a reason for people to pay microtransactions. That's how all mobile games work. And like the amount of people that are probably burning money on Catizen when like there's no real guarantee for any sort of financial reward from Catizen, but like I don't know. It's like people spend thousands of dollars on Farmville on Facebook and that shit has zero monetary value. So like tapping into that community and then converting it into like that value into like your crypto stuff is like what people should have been doing from the beginning, but like I don't know, only targeting the people trying to make money is not always the best idea because then
yeah, exactly.
they're all dumping the shit that they're earning.
I spent like $10 or something on the cat game, and I honestly don't expect to get shit for that.
Yeah, me too. I think I spent like 5. I bought the I just bought the like enough to get the auto clicker. My cat isn't still cooking. I'm up to level 257 with my cats.
Fuck yeah, dude. I think I'm like 240 something now. Like they're starting to get like different costumes and different sizes and stuff.
Yeah, like now it's like it has a hat and then there's a one with a littler hat and a littler, like they get 3 sizes for each one. Like 250 is a small white cat with a white hat and a monocle. 251 is a medium cat with the same outfit, and 252 is the large version of that cat. Planality is exclamation point neon, not exclamation point play. If you'd like to enter this giveaway, yeah, let's do this giveaway and then call it a stream. Already fucking 6. Yeah. Time flies when you're DeFiing.
Yeah, it was a fun DeFi day.
I'm still praying for my shorts to fucking finally not be in loss. I'm only at negative $24 for my newer Ether short. I'm still at negative 144 for the one that I opened weeks and weeks ago.
Yeah, let's see. My old Bitcoin short is still negative.
But negative 160 is much less than I was negative a couple days ago. So moving in the right direction. And I didn't know that holding it open, I'm getting paid interest for holding it open, so that feels pretty good.
Yeah, you're getting paid. That's why I was like, it's better, honestly, if you're thinking about selling like your crypto and holding stable coins, you're better off just selling it short at 1x, because then you're just earning funding fees while like your US dollar value doesn't change. It's basically like holding stable coins.
It does rely on you trusting the smart contracts and stuff though, so I don't know if I'd do that with all of my money.
Although those contracts manage over $1 billion in liquidity, and it's like one of the biggest.
Just because there's a lot of money doesn't mean it can't be exploited. It just means more money is going to get stolen. Just a bigger honeypot with more incentive to exploit it.
Devastating collapse if that happened.
I don't know. You hear about different platforms be exploited like every week. Once tokens turned in for Champ, can't ever get them back. You can't buy Champ. It's meant to be more of a governance token. What is Champ? Oh, okay. I just missed the first part. It's the top level of the CMX Citizen Champ cycle. I honestly have not been paying attention to... I think that's all metaphor stuff. I haven't really been paying attention. I know Courier's been doing a bunch of stuff with the token, more so than like the collectibles, but... he got put in kind of a crappy spot where like... he's not an artist, so he can't really make the art, and then they weren't making enough money to like keep producing art. But Courier's always been like pretty good at tokenomics and stuff, so he's still kind of like pushing the project on. He's doing like liquidity pools with WUF rewards and stuff, so they're still around.
Oh, I see. That's what Champ is. That's cool. I don't know. I think he's definitely like a clever guy, and I think he has like the best intentions for the project he's trying to manage. And my issue with like some of this stuff is mostly that it's very complicated. Like I need to read through their documentation to better understand it before I dive deeper into it.
Somebody just invited us to try Illuvium, pay us to try Illuvium, which is kind of cool.
Cool.
I might be down. I did want to try Illuvium, but they said you'll receive $10 an hour, but you also get $100 worth of fuel, which basically covers the cost to enter Overworld and play it. But
Okay. That seems pretty
I don't
worthwhile.
know. We'll see. Friday's our game day. Maybe we'll try it on Friday.
Yeah.
Getting paid $10 an hour to play video games, that's the dream job.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. So requires working on increasing his upland presence because of new opportunities there. Yeah, I saw some stuff about like upland racing or something.
Upland's one of the most consistent projects that like it's just still going.
Yeah, I still own some shit in Brooklyn, and like I haven't logged in a while, but I did pay for like the whatever $10 or whatever to get like my permanent ownership of that stuff. So I should still have it, and it probably has just been mining passive currency for me this whole time. Maybe I should check it out. You know what? Let's see. I'll pull it up right now. Upland. That's the one with the llama, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do
there
this
he is.
giveaway before we get too off the rails. Let's see. Tomorrow, what are we doing tomorrow? Tomorrow's off the rails. We'll be. If you want to hear me talk about shorts and shoes, probably get a lot more of that sort of content tomorrow. And we like to watch fun videos from Reddit or Instagram or TikTok. We have a channel in our Discord called Off the Rails. If you submit a video there, it can be anything from funny to shocking to satisfying. Anything you want us to watch and live react to, put it in the in our Discord, and we're happy to watch it tomorrow. We'll also be doing giveaways. We'll give away some more Woof, maybe give away some more Crittercraft / We have so much stuff to give away. We have Crittercraft stuff, we have the Meta Battler stuff, we have our own collab piece, and we still have some of the Lune Momoko collab pieces. So, lots of good NFTs to give away. And that's what we'll give away for this one. We'll give away a Lewd Momoko X Neon Space 1-card collab pack
Oh yeah.
from our collection. For first place, then we'll give Wuff to the top 3. Which these are our top 3. But now you're battling for the pack and the most Wuff. And Friday we might be playing Illuvium now that this person just reached out. They gotta have a lot of money if they're just paying random streamers to play the game. Yeah, somebody just hit me up about somebody from like the big time community, because I'm a big time ambassador and I'm in their Discord, the fam people. But as a random DM, I don't know. I'm willing to try it. I to be honest, wanted like I downloaded it on Epic Games. I just haven't launched it yet, so I was like, I was gonna do that for free if you're gonna pay me. Yeah, I'll take the money. If you're watching our stream, we're definitely not gonna do it for free. We'll only play it if you pay us $10 now. Usually streamers get hundreds for things like too. I don't know. We don't have that many followers. I feel like we don't have that much. If we were getting like thousands of views a stream, I'd feel more comfortable asking for more money. But honestly, normally we check that out for free. So they said we could do up to 6 hours too, so we could make $60 playing the game. That would pay for like most of a sticker purchase from us, which would be pretty big. Pay for over a month of our Shopify, which we need to figure that out because that's just burning money right now because we're not ordering new stickers. So we might need to retire our Shopify temporarily. Yeah. People get paid way more than hundreds of dollars. Like if you have like 40,000 views on your videos, you can make like thousands of dollars. Like I mean, that's the whole monetization of content is like when podcasts do ad reads, they're making like 30 to 100 grand for the ad read. Like you make real money when you have 100,000 to millions of views, but we're getting like 150 views on each stream. I don't really think we're in the position to be like, pay us more. But yeah, honestly, I just appreciate anybody even considering it. But we'll see what they say because they definitely have to. I don't know. One of our things is we say our opinions. So if they like want us to be like say nothing but nice things and maybe like, yeah, sorry, like we'll check it out. We won't get paid, but we'll give you our honest opinion instead of like I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily just want to shill it. Like I want to be able to play it and actually give my opinion
Yeah.
on it and not
I
just
feel
be
like for
like
$10 you're not gonna also buy like my like a bias from me. Like for $10 you're still gonna get like straight up exactly what I think. And if ever there is a time where someone's paying me to like say only nice things, I feel like I'd be very clear about, hey, this is a sponsored segment by this people. Now here we go. Like just
I
so
watch like
it's
Bad
clear.
Friends and Bobby Lee's always complaining. He's like I hate the way this shit's written because they write it in first person and they're like earlier today he's like I didn't do any of this, like this is just the copy, like but he like says it in the middle of the ad read. I always find that like funny and refreshing, but they try to make it like sound like earlier today like I was thirsty and I wanted to try this. He's like that didn't happen, but like for the sake of this ad read, sure.
That's funny.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. We can also make it obvious if we are playing it that it is they're paying us. I don't think you have to hide that fact. I think
Yeah.
it's
I feel
literally
like
how you're supposed to do that.
I
Like,
feel like the entire time that you're talking about something in a sponsored segment, there should be something on screen that's like, this is sponsored content at the moment.
yeah,
Like maybe even flashing, being like, hey, like I know what I'm saying is very positive, but I'm being paid to say it.
I think you pretty much like I don't know what the exact rules are, but you're not allowed to hide like on Instagram if you have like a sponsored post and you don't disclaim it, like that's against the terms of service. You have to
I
like
don't know who would want to hide that. I feel like it really like makes you look
I think the
better.
brands would want to hide
To,
it, not the person.
yeah,
Like
the
the
brand
brands would
would,
want to be
but the
like, oh, this
person I
person
think
just loves
would.
me so much that they're doing a commercial for free.
Yeah.
Which honestly
I
we
like
do.
that too. There's like this one YouTuber I watch, the Deal Guy, who like will show like what to buy at Costco every month. He does like a new video about like Costco shit, and every time in his videos he's like talking about stuff, and he's just like, just a reminder, none of this content is sponsored. I was like, oh, I love that.
That guy gets a shit ton of views though. I was
He
seeing
gets
you
a
guys
ton
watch
of
him for
views.
like the Black Friday thing. I was like, has like every hour getting like hundreds of thousands of views. Like
Oh
that's
yeah, he gets
he's
ass
he's
load of
making
views.
actual money on like YouTube monetization. All right,
Yeah,
let's
he
send
makes money for the views. Those videos are
to
long too.
Capjohn Parakeet is getting one of our Neon Space Lewd Momoko collab packs, and I sent you a million woof.
Oh yeah,
Second
and
place
then
we'll get
we got
this
some
Boom
kick-ass NFT prizes again too. This is fun.
Boom Shankar. Yeah, it was kind of nice. Like we've refilled since we've been mostly giving away woof.
Yeah.
I was getting worried. What is happening? Why can't I paste this? RS pay.wham. You're getting 500,000. Worth 80 cents. Woof just keeps fucking flying, man. Sort of regret selling it when I sold it. I still hold $1 billion, so I'm exposed to the upside, but if I had my like 3 billion, I'd be way better.
$1 billion.
I also sold it into OVN, which I feel like is doing pretty good as far as like APR and stuff goes. So
Yeah, today
I
is
don't have any
bribe day. I
exposure.
guess the bribes would have been paid out about 50 minutes ago. I wonder how OVN held up.
So last SAR gets
Wednesdays.
250,000. That's also for me a longer hold position. Like I don't plan on. I just want to ride out the LP.
I think don't like I already posted that earlier in Discord. It's like I'm just riding it. Whatever the fuck happens with OVN, I don't care. Like
The volatility is good if
I'm
you're in the
that
LP
bull
because you get the
long
fees. Funko Lover, I'm
Exactly.
gonna send
Volatility
100,000.
is amazing. The LP charges 1%. So if that shit moves volatile, like we're getting an ass load of fees.
Optic Red Rum, I'm going to send 50,000. Send out some more prizes since it's our last giveaway. We'll send 25,000 to Mahala.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Place called Vertigo.
Oh, hey, Rock Metal, even if it wasn't required, I would make sure people know shit is sponsored content. I don't like the idea of misleading somebody. Even with like my what is it, FTW token, I feel like that like Toon raised concerns about it potentially like seeming like an endorsement for
Jolly.
Neon Space or Jolly, yeah, and I was like, oh, I didn't even fucking think of that, and I hate that. Like he has a point. Like I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I won't do that again. just because it's like, even though it is pretty much like on people for making those assumptions, it's on me for like creating the scenario for them to assume. See. Oh, Ovian's at 43. I might have to buy some more. That's a good. Yeah, came down
All
from
right.
47.
It looks like we're locking it in 3 p.m. on Friday,
Dope.
6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. our time. But
This segment is sponsored by FTW.
we do have FTW to give away.
Yeah, I mean, if people want it, give it out. If people don't,
At this rate, I
feel
feel
like
like Wolf is a
Wolfie-
much better giveaway.
I actually think a million FTW is worth more than a million Wolf now.
Let's check. Can you bridge FTW to base chain and Solana?
No. Yeah, I'd way rather have.
1, 2,
The
3,
Wolf.
4, 5, 6. I guess let's go to USDT just for. I'm curious what's gonna happen with. That's not right. $41 is like, the fuck? I'm rich. $1.60. Let's see how much a million FTW.
That's close to what a million Wolf is too, right? Oh, that is a million Wolf.
$1.70. So I think you're a little over, under. What was it before? I already forgot. $1.66,
$1.66.
which should be $1.70. There's slippage there, I think. I guess you have to
there's
factor that in.
less liquidity depth in, so you take a bigger hit.
Yeah,
They're
so
close, though.
it is actually worth slightly more right now.
It fucking exploded. I did not expect it to go up like 12x in 24 hours. That's nuts, though.
You gotta make a cool like token thing for it.
I do have to make some artwork for it now. It's like, fuck. I was
I
just
wonder if we can
dicking
do
around.
a AI art generator.
All right, I have to come up with something fun.
This isn't the one. I don't know. We can work on this tomorrow. That's an off the rails thing.
Yeah, that's
Find
more
something
off
to
the
read
rails.
into.
But yeah, I don't know if people want to mess with it. There is a stake pool. There is a. You can use your neon to do a little bit of fucking farming for some more woof if you like that. And there isn't really any like woof, or I'm sorry, FTW being like minted or distributed beyond what's already in circulation. So unless somebody who bought a shit ton just dumps it, it's not really gonna move much. But it definitely can, because somebody owns 10% of it, and I don't know who the fuck that is and what they want to do with it, but it's their prerogative.
Fucking Twitch is such a weird place. This is a stream where someone's just talking as a bat. Alright, let's raid into someone though.
Oh my.
Show on
I do like all
the road.
those little like AI avatars that you can now be, where it like moves your mouth. I'm really impressed with it in VR when like, you know, you can be any character and like your mouth moves and you can like articulate their joints and stuff. It's super fun.
I guess maybe we can talk about it tomorrow, but there's another Counter-Strike competition coming up next week, so if you want to join the Neon Space Counter-Strike Fantasy League. Oh, I didn't even get to talk about. There's such like a disaster that happened in. This just reminded me. There's like an Indian Counter-Strike tournament happening right now, and like they showed up, and during the first match, the power for the entire hotel went out. They didn't have enough power to run all the computers at once in the hotel. They lost internet and they lost power, and then like they were taking computers away from players. They're like, "This is your practice room," and they're like, "We don't have enough computers," so they're taking computers away from the players so they couldn't practice. And like, I'll pull up one video really quick. There's like, it looked like it was out of fucking Saw, like the tables the guy was using for this was their playing situation. The table, like I was saying in our Discord, like you couldn't find a table if you went outside and got a free table that's just sitting on the side of the road in Van Nuys, it would look better than this table. This is like, it looks like it's out of Saw, like someone's getting tortured on this table. You see that?
Они его просто забили. Нахуя они его сюда забили, блядь? Зачем вот тут двугвоздь нужен?
How did this venue land this event?
They said there's nails, exposed nails all over the tables. It's like, there's a $290,000 prize pool. People are like, hey, maybe take like 10,000 of those dollars from the prize pool and buy fucking tables. Like, what are you guys doing? But yeah, the entire first day got canceled because they didn't have enough power. And I guess like the second day they're playing in like internet cafes around the hotel. But the whole thing was a kind of a disaster. But I'm excited to watch Launder's video on it.
That sounds fucking hilarious. Yeah.
The sad thing is it's in India, and India doesn't really have like a good CS scene, and they're kind of trying to like build their CS scene up. So this is like doing horrible damage against the reputation of Indian Counter-Strike. So like people aren't going to want to go to the next Indian tournament because this one's going so bad. So it's like ruining the whole fucking growth of their scene, which somebody said is their strategy because there's an Indian team there, and they're trying to make it so bad that every other team drops out. So if the Indian team wins, they get points so they can qualify for the major. And they were like, that's their secret strategy. And they were also like, they're straight up doing shit where like I don't know how true this is. This is all through the grapevine from translated from Russian telegrams of who knows if they were lying in there either. But like they're saying that like the Mongols were playing on computers with 1050 GPUs, which are like pretty fucking old at this point. And then like the other team had 2080s. So like the Indian team had like way better GPUs and were like running at 3 or 4x the frame rate as the Mongolian team, and just like basically like giving the home team all these favors to try to win, and like giving these people these jank ass PCs that had awful refresh rates. And like I don't know how true that is, but it's like the whole thing just seems like it was a disaster. They're calling it the master classes when somebody does it well. They're calling it disaster class presentation. But
Pretty good.
yeah,
Pretty good.
maybe we'll watch that Launder's video tomorrow for Off the Rails because that's very up my alley, and he probably has some good comments on it. Launders is the fucking G. He's one of my favorite analysts of Counter-Strike. All right, let's do buying the dip.
Yeah,
Although we don't know if it's going to keep dipping or not, but this isn't
we're
financial
short right
advice.
now. Remember, we got a few days of possibly down before.
I would
But
love
it's
that.
like
I'm so fucking ready to end my shorts.
Poor Kevin just lost lots of money. Oh, but that's okay. I am with you, with you. Oh, man. The poor Kevin just lost lots of money. Oh, but that's okay. I am with you. Here we go. Come on. Push it. Find the dip. Find the dip. Here we go. Come on. Push it. Find the dip. Find the dip. Here we go. Come on. Push it. Find the dip. Find the dip. Here we go. Come on. Push it. Oh my God. What's happening?
First of all this whining by Wall Street is making me sick. 140% of GameStop was short. GameStop was short. You can't allow Wall Street to short 75% of its stock, crush these companies into the dirt, thousands of stocks into the dirt. Then when the individual makes money, everyone's entrepreneurs. I have a kid who bought a house, paid $50,000 and bought a house. After decades of the short, you have to accept the fact that individual investors are playing the same game that you're playing, and now you're losing.
Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it. Oh my God, what's happening? Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, push it, push it, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it, find the dip, find the dip. Here we go, come on, push it. Oh my God, what's happening?
There's a lot of power in organization online. 2 million people can get together in a subreddit. I think it's really funny that the GameStop stock is going up and just affects the market in that way. There's 20,000 people live in a Discord who are spamming rocket emojis, yelling, "Go to the moon."
Bye, everybody. Have a good night. We will see you tomorrow. Peace out.